going to return very shortly to watching SGDQ. They have finished up the segment before the Monster Hunter Wilds run, so the Monster Hunter Wilds run should be any minute now. All right, Roxel, I'm going to take you off mute now. Welcome to the cast.
Hey,
Welcome.
hey, what's up, y'all? All right, so I need to hop on the cast. So,
You're currently you are. Yes. Here, let me go ahead and send the. If you want to see my stream window, I'm going to send you that link right now. Oh, it's
sure.
already in the chat. It's already in the group chat, I should say.
All right, cool. Let me check this out.
Oh, let me
Share the
send it on
screen.
Discord as well, so you have it there too.
All right, cool, 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 cool.
And
All right,
the stream that we're actually watching is twitch.tv/gamesdonequick.
yeah, cool, 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 cool.
That's just like I gave you the link to my stream in case I don't know you want to see the chat or something. We currently have 5 viewers, which is sick. I think that's the most we've had all day.
Word. I can dig it. Well, I mean, I just jumped on, so I guess I'm viewing my own
Yeah,
stream.
that's
Oh,
that's
yeah,
that's
look at that.
fine. I mean, grading on a curve that means we have like 3 or 4 viewers, which is like real.
Yeah,
I'll take that. I'll
that's all
gladly
right.
take that. Welcome everyone who's in chat. Feel free to jump in chat if you want to. Also, feel free to lurk. Like this is going to be a pretty chill. Well, it's going to be chill for us because we're not doing the gameplay. I think it's going to be very stressful for the runner. Let me actually switch over to the view of GDQ. So we are, as you can see, just in the waiting room. Monster Hunter Wilds is up next. This is going to be a really interesting run, right?
Oh yeah, no, I am really interested in this. Uh, I'm still getting I'm still on the ad break from
Yeah,
seeing
we're still
Wolf.
on ad break. It
Yeah.
hasn't. We haven't gone into the run yet, but so right
Hmm.
now, light bowgun is winning the bid war. So it looks very likely that
Oh,
unless
okay.
things get sniped, unless things get sniped, we're gonna start off with the light bowgun. I don't actually know how this bid war works. I don't know if it gets to stay as that or if it like automatically switches at any point. Welcome to the chat, Miri. Glad to see you here. Uh, fake fan forgot to follow. Better late than never, I suppose. This is also the first time that I've done like a real stream, so you're not
Mhm.
actually late. This is
Yeah,
like
come on,
literally the
come
first
on.
day where it's actually relevant
Well,
at all.
let's see. Okay, light bow gun is top, followed by hunting horn and gunlands. Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah,
people are
how
gonna.
different
Well,
are those three in terms of like what you want to build?
very substantially different.
Okay.
So when you think of to start with light bow gun, the light bow gun is sort of a all-rounder utility
Okay.
weapon that synergizes very well with efficient utilization of your items, but
Okay.
also knowledge of elemental weaknesses
And like
and
it
strengths and
requires
things.
ammo, right?
Hmm?
Does light bowgun require ammo as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
so light gun, a light bow gun, and heavy bow gun both require ammo. The
Okay.
thing to take into account is for Monster Hunter Wilds, they simplified the ammo management
Okay.
uh, significantly. I'm not a light bowgun or heavy bowgun main. Um, I think the only time I really main bowgun was like the original Monster Hunter when I didn't know what I was doing.
Hmm.
But there are like three sort of bread and butter basic ammo types. There is normal ammo, pierce ammo, and spread ammo.
Okay.
And I think for each of those three, they are effectively infinite.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I think no, I don't think effectively they are like literally like infinite in terms of their supply.
Oh, that's sick.
Um, yeah, which I think it's a
So
it's a
is it going to cut into the resources that would normally go into upgrades? Like, do you have to also upgrade the ammo or for
so
context, everyone on the stream, I've never played a Monster Hunter game. Like Roxel is the expert on Monster Hunter in the cast.
yeah, no, so the unfortunate thing is, okay, so within the long arc of Monster Hunter,
Oh wait, actually,
yes,
hold on.
you
Before we
actually
get there, we have a basic question in chat. What is Monster Hunter? I think you're much more equipped to answer that question than I am.
yeah. So okay, da, 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 da. I was actually trying to find it in the chat. Uh, whoever messaged it. But to sort of talk about Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, to describe it simply, is a action RPG developed by Capcom, where you are a hunter and you go
Hmm.
on hunts to hunt large monsters that are effectively boss fights.
Yeah.
So imagine that you are taking a great sword, which is a giant sword, kind of like a Buster Sword, a la Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, and you are accepting a quest. And when you go into that quest, you enter an area, and your only goal for that area is to fight a single monster.
Hmm.
Now, because of the way that health is scaled, that quest can take anywhere between like 15 to 20 minutes normally if you're
Uh-huh.
like playing pretty efficiently. So unlike even a Dark Souls boss, which
Yeah.
even those are very strenuous encounters, most of the time they're really just lasting like what, like 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, like the
The
the the
actual
longest Dark Souls boss that I can remember seeing in a speed run setting is like Sister Frida, and that's because that has three phases, and even that, like, we're talking like that fight's over in 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, like a typical Monster Hunter quest is probably going to last you like at least 10 minutes, especially in like
So it's like a
stuff
much
like
more drawn out affair. Like you're really hunting as opposed to just like fighting in an arena.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
so that's
cool.
basically the just a Monster Hunter. They've been making these since 2004. It was originally
Hmm.
released on the PlayStation 2. A fun fact: the first Monster Hunter game, in order to input your attacks instead of using the face button, so square, triangle,
Yeah,
circle, X, you had to use the right analog stick.
the right
So
stick. No,
the right
the
analog
the right
stick, yeah.
analog. It wasn't the camera. It was your attacks.
No, so this is the thing that a lot of people misremember about the early days of like 3D games, even up into the PlayStation 2. You didn't use the right analog stick to manipulate the camera.
Ah, you're
You
right. That
used
that's
it
that's a
for
much more recent innovation. You're right.
yeah, yeah.
Man.
So what people would use, they would use like the right trigger or left trigger, so R2 or L2 for a PlayStation controller to literally turn the camera. If you play the original Kingdom Hearts, for example, um, like you use the right analog stick to switch through your menu. Though
Oh
I think so.
God,
I
you're
think that's
right.
right. And you have to
That's
use right and
wild.
left trigger to turn the camera. Right.
So I think an important aspect of Monster Hunter, just to, because it's going to be a defining aspect of this run, is like loot is really important. Like gear is really important. How does that system generally work?
Hello.
Oh, we,
Oh,
we are joined by Zintendo. Zintendo, welcome to the stream.
Hi, I am on a stream.
hey, what up, Z?
Yeah, we are currently live, FYI. So if you, I don't know, if you have any strong political thoughts that the FBI might want to write us about, like maybe save those.
Save it for the pod.
Yeah.
You know, strong political thoughts. I think that the Trade Federation in Star Wars prequels was not well thought out. I think they could have done a better job.
That might get us killed by Star Wars fans, but like that's fine. Uh,
And
Well,
I say that because Down with the Sis. The, the name for that Trade Federation.
anyway, sorry. We were talking about how gear and how like loot kind of interplay in Monster Hunter.
shout out a more civilized age, a much more well-established podcast. If you call to the gods, they may recognize you. So the loot cycle for a Monster Hunter game works like this. When you go onto a quest and you're going out to the world, there are two ways to acquire resources that are utilized
Oh,
for progression.
I'm turning I'm turning stream audio on now because we have the game on screen. That means we're going to be starting shortly.
Cool, cool.
The game is gaming.
Yeah, I see the game. So basically, you collect resources through like mining, going through herbs, gathering honey, and things like that. But the primary like resource you use for upgrading your equipment are monster parts, and you acquire
Yeah.
monster parts to kill the monster.
And I assume we're
And
primarily talking about like the target of the hunt, not like smaller secondary monsters that are in the area or something like that.
it can be a combination. So
Okay.
for early upgrades, you may actually require the parts of a very like low. They call them small monsters and large monsters. So a small monster is like
Okay.
what you would describe like not something you would hunt directly. And if you do have to hunt for them, they're like 10 or 15 meters
Yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but no, you're primarily getting your upgrade equipment from a large monster. So think
Yeah.
like a Rathalos, who's like the Pikachu in the Monster Hunter world.
Every franchise needs their Pikachu. It's very important. I think that in most franchises you don't hunt the Pikachu, but
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, the joke is that you're young, you start playing Pokemon,
yeah,
and you grow up, you take that love for small, like, charismatic creatures, and you change it to Monster Hunter. So you go from going to catch your favorite monsters to going to skin them and kill them.
well, it's not completely unsimilar to SMT Shin Megami Tensei, which we've talked about many times, where like you recruit the monsters like you do in Pokemon, but instead of them hanging out and like, oh, you take your Pokemon to a cafe and have a great time, you grind them into gloop and make new demons out of them.
Hey, listen, it's ultimately we're making more decisions between a game about dogfighting and a game about poaching. The worst version of Monster Hunter, not even the worst version of Monster Hunter, it's not poaching because it's all formally like regulated through a guild that you have to be a member of in order to actually go on monster hunts. It's actually like a fairly like, organized affair within the lore.
What is our winning weapon?
Okay, I'm turning y'all's audio up slightly. Apparently, y'all are quieter than I am. Hopefully that hopefully that brings us back into balance.
So,
Alright, word.
to give you guys kind of a little
I've been quiet for the
just
last few
idea
minutes,
here, this is
just
still an
just
any%
relishing
game, right? So
this
we have
conversation.
a
So,
modified
and the
file,
comparison
that
between
has all the starting
is
equipment
dog.
and items
I guess
that you
like
would find at the very
dogfighting is
beginning
less bad than
of, so you
poaching, but
start the
like
game, right? You hit click,
We do
character.
we do have a
This is
question in
what
chat,
it's
which
gonna
is
look
like,
right? So
are
we're
we
only rocking
murking
leather gear,
Pokemon?
we
Like,
have
is that a
no
good
arms,
comparison,
actually,
or
in
like,
the game,
I don't
just,
know.
like, swap
I
out.
feel
Yeah.
like
It's really cool.
most
And you
Pokemon
can start the game.
are
So
not
we're starting off
dragon
with the
coded.
Hope Rifle 1
Like, there's obviously a dragon type, but like it's
yeah.
relatively
Well,
rare.
I was
Like,
about to say
like
some are.
like
While
a
we're still talking about the
Pikachu
servers,
is,
customize it.
I
Wow,
imagine,
this,
a little more like cute and
the
benign than a
game
small
is
monster in
going to
most
then progress
Monster
like
Hunter
90%,
games.
right? So we are just going to continue
Is
down the
am I
line
correct
and
about
hunt
that?
the
Am I
next
like on
monster
base
that
at all?
would appear in any percent. And then we'll hunt the next one and the next one and the next
So
one. And what that's going to do for us is it's going to
beauty is in the
eliminate
eye of the
kind of the
beholder.
slow story progress.
And there are
You will see what I'm talking about
monsters
because
in
unfortunately the
the
last 5
history of
quests
the Monster
are
Hunter
still
series
done
that
in the story missions. I'm just going to
the
go ahead and get
community
started.
has
You guys will
embraced
catch
with the
on to it.
same
It's pretty cool.
fervor
There's these
and
optional quests.
admiration
Can I get a
as a
countdown from the
Pikachu.
entire crowd? Can we count
I
down
think
from
of
3
the
and say
Dodogama
go?
from Monster Hunter
All right, let's do
World,
it.
which the
3,
closest reference I could
2,
describe in terms of
1,
its like aesthetic
go!
appeal,
All right,
in
so
terms of
first
being
things
ugly
first, what we
cute,
can do,
is
we can do a lot in our tent, and we're going to start the game off in the tent by eating
Dracovish.
some food.
Okay.
That's going to give us a little bit of
Okay,
attack
that's
buff,
like-
and we're
Is
gonna
that
go
a
ahead and start our first
Pokemon?
quest.
That is.
Because,
It's
see,
a
we're
it's a
gonna be
Gen
jumping
8
into stuff
Pokemon,
very
and it
fast.
is
One
one of the
caveats
messed
to
up
this
fossil
category,
Pokemon.
is
It is
I can
also,
only put
like,
things in the
it will
quest. So if I want
destroy
materials,
you.
to bash a monster, like a big
Like
flashbang,
you need to
Dracovish,
spec the
Dracovish
quest.
can
If I need
straight up
materials
kill
to,
you.
Yeah.
upgrade my weapons, I need to get that
It's
from
one of
quest.
the,
So we're gonna be doing a lot of
I really
that,
love Dracovish
gathering,
because
all
of
that
its
gathering in
because of that
quests.
quality of it,
So
but
here are a
also
couple
just
things
because
here. We're
he's just
starting
like
to
such a
set
sweet
up
boy.
the,
Such a
Oh yeah,
sweet
it is.
boy.
It is. It's
But
misunderstood.
but
Just like
right
don't
now,
let
we're
it bite
grabbing
you.
some bones. We need a mystery bone. There's one
I've been able to
bone.
pull up a
Come on.
picture, and I will
No?
say that
Okay,
it's
we'll
quite
try again.
ugly.
Um,
But like I
But
like
it's
it's
ugly in a
There we
cute
go.
way, I think.
For all of our weapons, right? 'Cause we're gonna be upgrading all
No,
the weapons
no,
as
Z
we
thinks
go.
it's very
So
genuinely
to
ugly.
use
I'm
this
sorry.
stuff, right?
Whenever
We don't wanna
Z
do that.
says something
So
is
we're
ugly,
focusing on 2
she doesn't have any
kind of
admiration for
paths
it.
here.
Like,
The
this
weapon
isn't like
paths. The
I call
It's an
something ugly in
objective,
top.
just like assigning.
And the other one is
So are they starting with an existing build? That's a question in our chat. I think that like they are basically starting from ground zero, I believe. And we are starting with specifically the light bowgun. That was like ahead in the build war. Okay, I have to ask. So if anyone in chat has not followed like the the explanation of the run that they gave while we were yapping, a very quick TLDR is basically Jalbagel is going to start with a weapon. Right now it's the light bowgun. I believe between every hunt they are going to like he's going to switch to a new weapon. So like whatever's in second place, which was the hunting horn the last I saw, is going to like be the weapon for the next hunt. So like the weapon's going to change a lot during this essentially. So like whatever build is going on is like going to get disrupted because Jalbagel's going to need to switch to a different weapon.
Oh, so it's not as if they maintain a consistent level of funding.
I'm not
light bowgun.
100% sure, because like if they do, then the light bowgun has a pretty big lead, and it's going to require a decent amount of donations to surpass it. That might be part of the design. I'm not 100% sure because I was not listening when they described it.
Okay.
And bowgun.
Interesting.
So I'm curious if you wanted to, as I do, if you wanted to inflict the maximum amount of inconvenience upon Jalbagel, what do you think would be like the worst next weapon to switch to after the light bowgun?
So they're actually the community isn't actually that far off because based on the ranking, it's going to be hunting horn.
Yeah, hunting horn is catching up in a huge way. Wow.
Yeah, hunting horn is the main beloved weapon of the Monster Hunter universe. After that, I would probably throw Gunlands. So
okay,
hunting horn is a blunt type weapon, so think of a hammer.
Okay.
But its gimmick is you need to input
okay. Sorry. Pause. We did get confirmation. If light bowgun stays in the lead, then it does like Jalbagel gets to keep the light bowgun for the next hunt. So they're going to check what's currently ahead after each hunt, is what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That seems right compared to like what they were doing during the test run.
Yeah.
Watched a while ago. But yeah, no, a hunting horn, effectively, you have to put in a series of inputs in a particular order to generate buffs. It's
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So like a little like Guitar Hero-esque mini game.
Yeah, exactly like that.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's very compelling both in a solo environment. It's typically relegated is not the right word for it, but it's described as a support weapon to the extent that a hunting horn can really make a group of hunters shine because you are constantly keeping your homies buffed up.
Right, but obviously this is single player, so
yeah. Yeah, but still, there are some people who can do.
Can you buff yourself?
Yeah, you buff yourself.
Okay. So like it still does help you when you do the buffs, but like I imagine it shines more when you're playing multiplayer or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for me, when I'm deep in Monster Hunter game, usually the way I go about it is I'm very much like a solo player. Because I prefer the hunt that way, I prefer the game that way, I prefer to live that way. And when I do that, I'm mostly Greatsword. That's really my main. When I go online, though, Greatsword is actually a little difficult to play consistently because so much of Greatsword is...
It's like fast twitch?
Not fast twitch.
Oh, interesting, okay.
So, it's very sort of like sluggish, very emphatic, very like slow wind-up movements. It's comparable to like a
so adding lag onto that, like I understand why that would be difficult. Yeah.
One of the big things,
Yeah.
and I know they
So
already
yeah, so
mentioned it
once
about,
you
the
can't
wounds,
really,
is creating wounds
once you
are
start
hard to break
introducing
more
different
than one at a
variables that
time.
affect
Hard to
your
do,
position
on these
relative
early
to the
monsters
monster,
because the wound,
it becomes much more
health is not very high. So
difficult
most
to
of the time,
be a
they're
consistent
nice.
greatsword user.
Most of the
Yeah,
time,
So
they
makes
just
sense.
you're
kind
gonna have
of
fun,
break
do some
instantly,
hunting
especially
horn
if you're
stuff.
just landing
It
into
makes
the
people
monster.
like feel like
Right now, I'm
it helps
trying
people
to kind
like
of
people like it
hit
when
the
you
head,
do
but
hunting
also
horn
create another
well.
wound like
You get a lot of
that.
like thumbs up and
Just
likes
make sure we
and
get hit by
yada
that
yada yada.
move,
Um,
One
also interesting.
important question, real quick,
that
from the
rapid
chat:
fire,
is there
it's
a
the
hammer?
little gauge right
You said
Oh,
that
yes,
the
there's a
hunting
hammer.
horn is like
and that's
hammer
gonna
like,
help
but
us
is there just straight
increase
up
the
a
pressure
hammer?
up. So I mentioned
Yeah, there's a
earlier
hammer.
there's,
Okay.
It's just a hammer.
Okay, sick.
and
Yeah, a hammer.
slaying,
A
and
hammer
most
is actually
monsters can slay because it's actually
interesting,
just
like companion
takes too
to a
long,
greatsword because they're both what we call
to
like
go
charge
and
weapons.
that's
Yeah.
Meaning you
very
hold down an
cool.
input, you
But
reach
it
a
takes
certain
too long
level,
to
and
go
then you
and
release
get
it for your
the
attack.
Yeah.
gather the materials to
Yeah,
actually capture.
Hammer just
So we
has
don't do
more
that. We just slay this monster.
mobility
Flash
built
here,
into it
okay.
Interesting,
compared
okay.
to a
There we
greatsword.
go. Yeah, actually looking at it this time. Nice.
It's a lot about
And,
just holding on,
so these early
doing
quests,
different
they go
levels
by
of
pretty
charge,
fast.
and then
Light
releasing
bowgun's
it
one of
and
the
just like
better
bonking on
weapons
the
to use at
head.
any percent.
Uh huh.
So we
All
got
right, so
probably
the
Very
gel
cool.
bagel is
Yeah.
sort
So
of
Gel Bagel's done with
monster.
2 quests.
Done in
I
very
think
first video,
the
so that's
hunting horn's in the
awesome.
lead now.
Hey,
Oh, interesting. I
Oh,
don't
all right.
see.
Oh, well, it looks
I wonder
like
if they
at
took.
$3,200,
I wonder if they
our
take
next
it off
weapon is
after
going
2
to be
quests, maybe.
doot, doot, it's the hunting horn.
Because I
Well,
don't
dude
see
said
the
it.
I don't see the light
Hunting
bowgun
horn,
on the list at all
also
now.
one of the best weapons in the game.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
is
in
the
theory,
current
it could have just
world record
gotten
holder,
like
for any
pushed
percent.
down the list
Yeah,
so
is
far,
with
but
the
yeah,
Potentially,
that-
yeah.
including
I think it's the
the
most fun if
high
they
rate
take it
portion of
off.
the game as well.
Yeah.
All right, if
Well,
you can see the
also-
chat at GDQ, you can see
you're
like
gonna
what the
see a little bit
community
of
is
that. It has
responding to.
cool
Dude
Dude
time,
time.
Bob, dudes, dude time, come on, bug stick.
People-
Oh,
people
get there.
love the dude.
People love the
Listening,
dude. Yeah.
People love the dude, and it's like
The children
it's
yearn
such-
for the dude.
It's such an idiosyncratic. It's just such an idiosyncratic, like an iconic weapon that feels so distinct to the Monster Hunter universe in a way that even like the greatsword doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
Because like
literally, it's
big ol'
Saxophone.
huge sword is like a weapon in a lot of games. Like huge sword is a weapon I can play in a Dark Souls.
One of the
Guitar Hero is not a weapon I can play in a Dark Souls.
And the funny thing is, so the hunting horn is
Fight
sort of
Dark Souls with perfume. That's but that's in Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Well,
that is fair.
technically, if you think of the insect live, which is the next weapon up on the list, you are harnessing the essence of. You basically your bug companion harnesses the essence of a monster based on where they land, and then you use that essence. I might be using the wrong noun for this, but to buff yourself and unlock other attacks. So it's kind of like perfume.
Huh. We have an important clarification in the chat. Unfortunately, Dark Souls is not a weapon that you can play in Guitar Hero. My call out to the game design community is that you should be able to. Like, I should be able to parry people in Guitar
In
Hero.
Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just perfect parried the guitar solo from Stairway to Heaven.
Wait, this game exists. It's Hi-Fi Rush.
See, that would explain it. I haven't played Hi-Fi Rush.
Or
It's just-
Candace of Hyrule, as well as Cryptid the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: you're not parrying and cadence or
You might get a
Necrodancer.
parry. I know you can do like it's a top-down Zelda. Like there's a lot of stuff in that game.
I haven't I have absolutely not played those games because I know that it would not end well. I do not have a good enough sense of rhythm.
I think God.
I appreciate what I'm seeing on screen because like we are just annihilating this spider. And like as a spider non-enjoyer, I appreciate seeing them just get annihilated. Also, I will note this is the third quest in. We're currently at like 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So, like clearly they must be just getting enough DPS that they're able to finish the quests faster than like the typical 15-20 minutes mark.
Yeah.
It looks like for the
I
moment
think
we're
they're
going to be
doing.
retaining
Let me
the
see
hunting
here.
horn.
Well, okay, I think the storyless 80% leads you from low rank to high rank.
Mhm.
And low rank quests tend to go pretty quickly,
Okay,
especially
okay.
when
So we might
it's
just be in the ones where that's like a normal
Thank
number.
you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
forget,
Okay,
folks,
that makes
there's
sense.
a lot of love that we need for the
Yeah.
weapons that are down a little
It'll
bit
get a little
below.
bit
The hunting horn is now
trickier.
going to
You
be
know,
removed from
I
consideration,
talked about
and we
this a
want to
little
see
bit
all
on the
14,
pod
but we only have
during
a
our
few,
special
okay, a few more quests.
SGDQ
We don't have
episode.
enough quests
Yeah.
One of
unless we keep
the
swapping them.
trickier hunts that
love to see Charge
Jalbagel
Blade
is going to have
Charge
to
Blade is one of my favorites. Well,
you know,
really quick.
be aware
what's
of
everyone's favorite
is
weapons?
the Raydao hunt, which
Yeah.
is the apex monster
Okay, so this was a good
of
question for
the
the
Wild
couch,
Wastes,
but I
which
love
is
the, I love the enthusiasm.
opening
you didn't
desert
catch all
area.
that?
that
That's the
you
like
have
I think I heard
terminals.
it just about
that's
every
the
weapon, so that means
lightning
we can
dragon,
have
right?
every weapon
Yeah,
win,
exactly.
Which
Lightning
like that's
dragon.
just so
Yeah,
sick.
of course. It's
Yeah.
all up to you, Chad. Just
It's all
The
up to
tricky
you.
part of that is
So,
Raydao
we are
has
back in the Scarlet
again
Forest,
a
but
lot
I'm
of
gonna be taking a
elemental
little bit of a
damage.
detour.
The
Kangalola is our
armor
next
that
hunt. If
Jalbagel
you
might be
played
wearing
any
up to
older
that
generations
point
of Monster
won't
Hunter, you
have
remember
the
big
elemental
monkey,
resist that
Yeah.
become pretty
likes
critical
to throw
when
his
you
own-
were
well,
living on a knife's edge and
you know,
trying
Yeah.
to like
his own
range
feces,
elemental
we'll say it
attacks.
politely. How about
He
that?
likes to
And
throw his own
obviously,
junk,
in
actually.
a
Yeah, so
grander sense of
it's
it,
actually kind of a
lacking
unique monster. It's one of the very few
higher
that actually
level
inflicts,
armor
stench,
or
and
more
if you've never
specialized
heard of stench
armor with a
before,
higher
it
like
stops you from
base
using
defense
items.
floor. It can be
Can't
Right.
a
heal
little
yourself
tricky
anymore.
with that
It's kinda,
fight because there's a lot of like
kind of
follow-ups,
wild.
like
Monster
second
Hunter Wilds?
explosions that
One
can
might say it was
yeah,
a little
trip you up.
Yeah, and I'm sure in a speed run they like I'm sure Jalbagel is biasing all of the upgrades towards damage because that's how you get through the game fast. Is like you don't get hit and you deal a lot of damage. Like so that creates a lot of risk in a fight like you're talking about where like there's tricky attacks and there's elemental resistances that you don't have. So you just like have to just never get hit.
That is absolutely incredible. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you know, and
much. Taking a little bit of a detour here still
So,
from starting the
when I
hunt.
think of,
I was setting up a camp here that we're going to
so,
use for later. Just a little bit
in
faster
terms
to
of
get
sort of
back over to this
speedrunning
side of the
in
map.
Monster Hunter,
And now we're going to fight
the
Kangalola.
frame of reference that
So you
I
guys have already
had
seen hunting
isn't
horns, so we're not
actually
gonna
sort
talk
of
too much
the
about it, but we are going to talk a little bit about
storyless
This
or
current
like
monster
long
looks like
Kangalola
if
has
a
very
This-
orangutan was cross-referenced with like a hippo.
I was
Sorry to interrupt.
yeah, I was thinking this is very like
it
like,
has, I'm like
Lion King live action remake coded.
Yeah.
So that's Kongolala. That's actually a monster that's been a part of the games for a long time. I know you can definitely play him.
And it allows us to eat mushrooms for an
Has to be
effect. Don't walk
has to
into
proceed
that,
from
right?
Ooh,
Monster Hunter.
that doesn't look
You
fun.
should do that. So they actually
does it
have
hit
a
you
buff.
with burps?
No,
It looked
burps
like it.
Get
Um,
additional
That looked
So-
like a burp.
So
Yeah.
like you can eat like a blue
So
mushroom
a
for
well, yeah, burps and burps. So a
like a mega
unique
potion effect, or,
debuff that
what we're gonna do
Kongolala
with it,
inflicts
we're gonna eat a
is
nitro shroom,
stench,
which is what you
which
use
when
to
you're
make
inflicted with it,
explosives
you
in this
can't
game,
use your
to
items like a potion, for
get
example.
a demon drug effect. Green, what does that mean?
So ever get tooted on so far, you so hard you can't drink a beer?
Which is pretty helpful. The bigger thing is
I have never
can't say
been
I have.
I've never been debuffed so bad that I can't drink a beer unless it's like a really bad hangover.
Yeah.
Well,
And
actually,
this is
like
a
if it's
inflicted a self-inflicted
if it's
debuff.
like
That's
super
a
stinky,
very
I guess you
good
couldn't drink it because like
you know,
it
kind
would
of
be
benefit
so
to have
stinky
because
it
we
would just
cannot
taste
get
terrible
that
whatever you're
effect
drinking.
Yeah,
until
yeah.
it's
I,
affect your,
but
affects
thankfully
your
I've never
smell,
been in
affects
that
your
position.
palate, yeah.
I also like how there was a moment in the fight a little bit earlier where one of the characters was like, "Careful, it's getting really angry," and Jalbagel was like literally just like doing one of the rhythm games right in front of it, like literally dancing in its face.
So what's happening there, I believe, is a focus strike. So one of the one of the new mechanics that WoW's introduced is a elaboration on the wound
We sure
system
do.
that
At
was
$2,600,
established
it's
in
going to be the
World, I
Gunlands.
believe. Basically,
There we go.
Oh, I
throughout
think we
the
have some
fight,
Gunlands fans out here in the audience. But folks,
monster
the
will
Incest Glade is
develop
only a
different
tiny,
wounds
tiny
that
bit
are
behind, less than
identified
$200
by
behind
red,
the Gunlands. So
red
here's my challenge
glows.
out to you.
Mhm.
As we get
And
through this
these
next fight against
are,
Valhalla, I
one,
want
they
to
are
see
weaker
Insect
in
Glade
that
overtake
you do more
Gunlands
damage when
as
you
the
hit them.
front runner so we can
But
keep the
if you
weapons
hit them
swapping
with a
along.
focus strike, which is
right.
a
Gunland's
strike
my
that you
favorite.
use while in focus mode,
Yeah.
well, it's
there
a
you
specialized
go.
strike in focus mode, which is
Do I know how to count? Oh, I missed it by
basically
one claw.
focus
Yippee!
mode mode is
All right, well, that's
if you
unfortunate.
hold down, I
We'll
think
just
the
do it without it.
left
That
trigger,
seems fine.
you open up a
restock?
aiming reticle, and you're able to more precisely
Restock check.
position
Restock check?
where you
I
hit the
didn't.
monster.
Ah,
While
It's
you're
okay, so we
okay.
can do it right here.
I
This
do
game's
have
fine.
some
So
guesses
it's really
for that,
advantageous with the
monster
great
that you
sword, for
have in your
instance,
head,
because
which
you
is a
can
very weird.
use
Sounds
that
very
to
mental health. We're talking Monster
reposition
Hunter, baby.
where you're striking
Yeah, tell me
mid
about the
swing,
monsters
which
in my
is
head. All right,
a
let's hear some guesses.
All right, here we go.
complete
First up,
like
$50 from HSO24.
buck wild
Gotta be the
like
classic
implementation,
Rathalos.
because the great sword is typically
quite.
like historically
Got it.
been
Okay, so not
you
Rathalos, but thank you
swing
very much for your
your
contribution,
sword,
Joe.
Thank you.
you
We also have
commit to where
$50
it's
from
landing,
Joe
whereas
saying
for focus
Zenogre
mode basically
monster,
allows you to
less
sort of
than
Ooh, Zenogre,
increase
great
the
monster.
Yeah.
Not the one I'm
consistency of
thinking
your strikes.
Right,
So
right.
Toss
if you
in
use a
one more
focus
for the
strike
moment.
on
We
a
have
wound,
$50
that will
from
activate
Ah.
a specialized
My
move
heart
that
will
will
always be with the
break
hunting
the
horn, but I'm
wound.
donating for the
Oh,
Zenogre.
interesting,
All
okay.
Sicko's
14
doing
weapons. Great
is
job, Doug.
he's
You get
using
the
his
assignment.
focus
Hard to
strike
pick a favorite
on
monster,
these
but one of
wounds,
them
which will
is
then activate
Odegaron.
sort of that
Ooh, yeah, that's actually
multi-tap
okay. So like high key, one of
Yeah.
my favorite,
game, where it's
monsters.
Okay,
like,
okay,
strumming
okay.
the, and by
Unfortunately,
the aiming
not
the
the one I'm
character.
thinking.
Okay, so it didn't it wasn't what it looked like in that case,
alright. You
but
got
like I don't know,
time
it's
for, like,
still
2 more?
it still is
absolutely.
funny to me that it's like,
Here
oh,
is
it's getting
another
really
guess. Just
angry,
gave
and you're
me
just like, all right, I'm gonna
$50
poke its
for ya.
wound a lot.
My favorite monster is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Monsters. I'm so
Like so
happy
much
he
of
came back wild and he
Monster
has an
Hunter is
awesome
like
looking
stunting on
hunting
the monster.
He does have one of
feels-
the
it feels
coolest
like what the
looking
game
being
is.
bullied by
Yeah,
bees.
that's what I'm seeing thus
Stunning
far.
on
Yeah.
it so hard that
Okay,
you can
alright.
turn
I'll
it
get
into
one
your
more
own armor.
unrelated to the
Yeah,
monster
but
guesses.
you know, then
Here
you
is
have
The ultimate
tempered and
stunt.
arch tempered, and then you have
$200 from
apex, and then you
Miyamara.
have
Hi,
master
Mia.
rank, and it all
Let's
comes
go,
back to
Bago!
clappy cheeks.
We are so proud of
So
you.
we're still pretty early on. This is the gun lance. Is that the? I think they switched to the gun lance.
Hell
Yes, my
yeah,
family
the
Okay.
got little
gun lance,
bow saying hello.
baby.
Also, hi,
Alright, so the gun lance is very fun.
Thank you.
I mean,
Everybody.
the
That's my
name
favorite.
gun
What's the
lance
idea?
sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Thank
I
you,
hear gun
everyone.
lance and I'm like, okay, I
He's
want to
just
I
taking
want
care
that.
of my,
Like
son
It's
and-
like I have seen games
While
with
I'm
gun
here.
sword.
yeah,
but gun
like
lance?
gun
Alright.
blades in Final Fantasy VIII, amazing.
Oh my goodness.
You're telling me it's like that, but it's also
This
a
is one of my
lance?
least favorite fights, but I'm using one of my favorite
So,
weapons,
In
Um,
chat we have
even
glance.
out a
The glance.
Gun Lance is a super cool weapon. I'm not going to talk about Valhara at all. He doesn't
Oh,
deserve it.
man.
But Gun Lance
Wow,
is
the
one of my
disrespect from the
favorite weapons.
couch.
It had such
The
a
gun lance is
blow-up
such a
in,
cool weapon. I'm not gonna talk
Miles
about the monster.
because
The monster
of the
sucks.
uppercut mechanic. I swear, if you
Yeah,
keep fighting me
Valhalla
like
is
this,
a.
I'm gonna have a bad time.
There's always like this
He-
one
I think he
monster
did.
in every
He's still
single
up.
generation
Thank you.
that's
Alright,
like,
he's going up.
oh
So,
god, do we
Gun
really
Lance
need to
is
deal with this
probably one of my
one?
favorite weapons.
Not
I
because
actually
it's like
played
a
the game
particularly
for
difficult.
the
Like this
first
isn't a
time
particularly
with Gun
difficult
Lance,
fight. In fact, it's
'cause
fairly
its
rote
moveset
and
changed so
every
drastically,
level of
it was very,
difficulty,
very
low
cool.
rank, high rank,
Essentially, we get this new
tempered.
cool combo. and
But
all of
the
these
gun lance
opportunities
is
for
the most
perfect
exciting
guards.
part of this.
Perfect guards
So,
can be done by anything.
the gun
like
lance
shield,
is
shielded weapons can all
again,
do this, and they
it's
generally get
it is a
unique
lance
follow-ups.
that is a gun.
So for
But
gun
the
it
lance and
really
gun
just kinda,
lance
goes back
are
into its normal loop, which is this combo that you
defense
see me
heavy
do now. It's, warp step
weapons
full
where you are
blast.
primarily using your
And
shield rather
it's
than
Interesting,
generally the
okay.
best
than
thing that we can be
blocking.
doing
Like
here,
you're using your shield
as
to
long
block
as I can just
as
stay
opposed
up
to
close, aggressive, I
rolling
can
through and
anticipate
away
what the
from
monster's gonna be
attacks.
doing next.
So
I have
it's
like a
a
little bit of
very
armor you
different
see there,
way
you just gotta
of
go through what he's doing.
moving and
And now I'm
positioning
gonna end it
yourself
with a
compared
warp
to
state
how
blast,
you use
just like
different
that.
weapons
Beautiful. There's
in
5 ticks
Monster
of this. I'm
Hunter.
gonna land all 5. 1,
Like
2, 3,
in
4.
a,
I'm washed.
you know, even with a great sword, a
And
lot of
we
what you're
just wanna
doing
keep
is
up that
shooting the
pressure. That's
weapon,
its
rolling out of
best
danger,
damage
and
that we can
then
kinda get out,
striking.
is doing those warp
But a
states when
lance
you're
and
doing
gun
them on
lance,
repeat.
you are
Oh my
fairly
goodness, dog is healing
not
me.
necessarily stationary because you do like
we
do
didn't even
small
talk about
little
it. I was
like
gonna say,
it's
strides
so
and
powerful
pivots
for
to
us
kind of
Yeah.
do
To be
micro
playing this game
adjustments
and we have this,
to
like, little
optimize
weird
your
cat creature
attacks.
following us around. It's a palico.
But
You know, like a pal
ultimately
and a
you're sort of
calico.
staying in place.
Uh-oh.
The fun thing about
Ooh.
gun
You're
lance
fine, you're
is
fine.
you don't have to
We're
be that
okay. This
accurate
event's
because you're
here
just like
to save
jamming
me.
like
And that's
explosives in
okay.
the face of whatever monster
Big
you're
deal.
dealing with.
This is
Yeah.
totally fine.
Let me precisely
Hey,
place
Jess,
this
the secret is
explosion.
cool. You
Yeah,
don't like birds and dinosaurs?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like a
So
chosen
there was a
bunny.
there was a moment there. It looked like
that.
Jelbagel tanked a hit and like needed to back off and heal.
Yeah, the really
Yeah.
neat thing about the Sacred Suit is that you're able to like
And that sort of
just
thing,
call
like
it to your
there are a lot
defense,
of
and you get up
attacks
through, you
with
just
the gun
go through
lance
as
that do have,
as
if not
Big
long
just showed,
windups, they have like
previously.
long
The
tail
Palico,
ends.
or the
So
Palico
you
Yeah.
can
is
get
also
yourself
really
in
helpful
a
too, 'cause it
tricky
does come
position.
in,
Right, right. Like they're
window
like very
so
committal
something
attacks,
feels.
basically.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I can really respect a weapon that has committal animations. Like, it really forces you to understand understand what you're doing and like get in position.
My toxic trait is loving those kind of weapons and then not being good at them.
Oh, same. Yeah, I'm terrible at them. I have a lot of respect for them. That doesn't mean I can use them well.
I very much love the weapon where it's like big weapon. If you hit, it's going to do a ton of damage. Unfortunately, I can't hit at all, so it's worthless.
Yes. I feel like the closest to that I've actually had success with was the Reaper crest in Silksong. And there it's like you don't even get extra damage. Like, it doesn't actually deal more damage. It's just that the pogo's better.
Yeah, the pogo's so nice for the Reaper crest.
Yeah.
You may have like Z and Pants, you may have like seen me in Steam. Well, actually, no, you can't see me because I'm the game on GOG. I've been trying to poke at Silksong.
You've been playing Silksong?
Oh, wow.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
You're back to your Beast Crest bullshit, I assume.
I never saw that. Sorry, what did you say, Pants?
You're back to your Beast Crest bullshit, I assume.
Oh yeah, I never left.
Did we ever
So
do this for
I
our
think
listeners?
Insect Live just took over. By the way.
Oh yeah, Insect Lab. Insect Lab is it was a little controversial, I think, when it was first revealed. Well, this iteration of it, because it severely limited the aerial gameplay.
Interesting.
So Insect
Okay.
Live is you have a bug buddy.
Yeah.
Who, like I said earlier, you shoot them out at the monster. Depending on where they land on the monster, they get an essence.
Yeah.
And then once you fill out your essence, you then can unlock specialized text. That's the best I can describe it because I didn't really.
I guess we'll see it in action. Like that the insect just came out and landed, I think.
Yeah,
The
so
insect is
if
gliding.
you-
It's
Yeah, so
gliding.
if you pay attention to the top left of the UI, you will see these three rhombuses.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, like
I
one
mean-
of like okay, so 3 of them are filled in right now.
Yeah, and so 3 of them are lit up. So once you have like these 3 slots lit up, you start doing really crazy.
Yeah, like the combos did not look like that before.
No, yeah. So basically, once you get the 3 essences, you unlock. It's effectively sort of like a rush state where you can
Okay.
start doing much more complicated movements and like what you're seeing right here.
But it sounds like the exact nature of those varies depending on the specific essences you get, or
Yeah, like so there's really like 2 big points of differentiation as I understand it, because again I'm not an insect light player, where the bug, so the insect you have, the kinsect is what it's called, so like it's an insect but they're your kin, so your kin
yeah. Your kinsect, yeah.
Offsets are really cool. They're very
It's
Kinsect may have,
the Xbox kinsect, yeah.
and it allows weapons that don't have a shield.
oh god, RIP id Software.
You also may have saw earlier. I used
the,
my Kinsect, my
you
little-
can
little,
unlock and upgrade different kinsects that have different
the monsters are extra.
proclivities and different advantages.
Proclivities.
Different proclivities.
So
Yes.
someone in the GDQ chat said like its legs are on the ground too much for this to be an IG fight. Like
Alright, there we go. Focus
so
strike here gives us
even
a little
even
buff
with
back.
the
That's
changes
also
you're talking
really
about, it
good.
sounds
I
like
also saw
the
Kinsect
there's
one
still
that
a
does
decent
bunch of
amount of
damage.
aerial stuff involved
So
with this
I can,
weapon.
possibly get a
Is that
combo here.
accurate?
Nice leg break for that. This
It's
is
hard for me to
actually
say
my
because I know, like
position here
historically,
with
yes,
the
there's been a lot
slash
of.
rising
I mean, like
spot.
we're
it's
definitely like
like-
that was pretty aerial. Like that combo right there.
Yeah. Again, get a triple buff back, and now we are
Yeah.
back into that same
Yeah,
kind of
that-
loop.
okay, yeah,
That's
and
kind of
all
the
that,
bread
and that
butter
sort of
IG,
thing, I
and it actually
can't-
does really well on monsters that are tall like this. That was a leg break into a
Like
KO,
any
not the best
sort of,
layering,
like,
but that's
long-running,
okay. I saw a wound over there. I guess I
uh,
did. Oh hey, the cat is also
long
doing the
running
power
sort of
up.
like
Someone talk about that.
multiplayer series or any sort of
Yeah,
game.
so like we mentioned earlier, it does come with a lot of benefits, including healing, but also it brings out a horn that each
You
sees a
know
little
people
bit
start complaining about the latest
and it
iteration
gives
of
us
it,
a little bit of an
but
attack power boost
there's
as
like
well.
one comment
So
in
just
the
like Rick
GDQ
mentioned
chat
earlier, we saw power
from
up, so
Surkey
that's gonna help
that
us
yeah, you
kind
really
of
had
be
to
able to
ground
boost
IG quite a bit because
I'm afraid of this thing now. So it's enraged.
for Ultimate and World you
Doshaku
could
has
just
a
fly
unique,
everywhere. So it's
mechanic
definitely like
where,
less of a
when it enrages,
aerial
all the wounds that
weapon.
you previously made
Like I think in no, yeah, in Monster
he
Hunter
also no longer flinches
World, I
from
think
wounds.
no, in Monster Hunter Rise, I think
So that's
you could
scary.
basically just like fly
So we've
from
gotta
one
kind
end
either
of the
find
map to
openings or make
another.
them ourselves.
Oh, that's cool.
That's one that we just make
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Cool little
I like
I think
that.
I've seen this in the
Hit
past.
that wound
I
again.
Oh
like
yeah,
when they fly.
there's a lot of
They do
not touching the
acrobatics.
ground that just happened there, and that's like nerfed version. It sounds like that's cool. I like that.
Nerfed in
Terms of verticality. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that after you do a hunt, you like write in the little journal. That's pretty. I love that. What a flex.
Yeah. Dear Diary,
Get murdered.
this monster sucked. Get wrecked,
Well, here's
idiot.
the thing. Jal Bagel technically hasn't killed any monsters. He's captured them.
I'm guessing for these, like, it must be faster for these fights to capture.
Yeah, it is faster.
Like, otherwise, Gel Bagel wouldn't be doing it, I'm sure. Does it impact the amount of loot that you get?
No, we don't have an upgrade. All right, we're good. I'm so used to just.
Oh god, it does affect like some.
So up next is Duna. This is
So,
our first.
also, if he isn't killing them,
chances.
Apex is kind of like your.
then this is a Pokemon game.
I guess so, yeah.
There's a Pokemon variant of Monster Hunter called Monster Hunter Stories that is very interesting. I quite liked Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, except for the performance on Switch, which is why I did that a bit. But in Monster Hunter Stories, instead of catching Pokemon using Pokeballs, you capture monster eggs. And you then hatch them, and you hatch what you call Moxties,
Interesting.
which are, sort of not diminutive, but monsters that you sort of tame and fight with as a rider rather than a hunter.
Side note, this
they
monster
cuter
looks
versions of this?
messed up.
Hopefully the right one.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it. This one looks messed up as hell.
Yeah, this is our big boy of the forest.
What is this? What is this guy's
The
deal?
Duna. Yeah, what's this guy's deal?
So Uchtuna is the apex monster of the flooded forest.
Oh, so this is an Apex monster. Like, we're already fighting one of the big boys.
Yeah, one of the big boys.
Okay.
So just imagine sort of like the environment. So the apex monsters are wild. They are I think of them sort of the environmental boss, so the area boss. That they are intimately tied to the ecology and the climate of the areas that they are in. So they typically appear in moments of there's actually a specific term for it about the environmental state.
Okay.
What was the other one?
There's
Justice
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah.
I actually. This
So
is so
okay,
funny.
you just
We should.
Jal got up to that. So this is actually
Jal got bageled.
basically when there's a not cataclysmic but like very like chaotic like climatological event in an area. So think of like a sandstorm, or here this is a monsoon, or like a,
Yeah.
very significant rain. This is when the apex monsters sort of appear, and it's interesting. Like, are they like products of this, or they are agents like feeding off of this? Basically, they have this relationship to the areas in terms of.
No, is that just like, okay, you like does any of that progress carry over or no?
But that's okay. We're not.
By progress, you mean
Like how the damage that Jal Bagel dealt like before dying,
Yeah.
like does that carry over or no?
The monsters do eventually try to.
yes, it does carry over. So,
okay.
So in a typical hunting quest, you have three carts. A cart is just what happened to Jal Bagel. He carted, meaning
Okay.
muscles help.
Okay, so like got carted back to the start of the area, healed up, and like isn't able to. Okay, so like if Jal Bagel dies 2 more times, that's like a problem.
It's real death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quest
Then
failure.
Jal dies in real
Okay.
life.
Yeah. If you
actually,
die against Duna, you die in real life. That's true. That's true in Minneapolis at least.
But only after 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the cart system in and of itself is a bit of a scaling mechanic in terms of difficulty based on multiplayer situations. So in some ways, so from solo multiplayer, based on the number, you can have a total of like 4 participants in a multiplayer quest. As you add members, the health pool of the monster increases naturally. However, one thing you need to consider is when you have 4 players in a quest, you still have the same number of cards shared amongst the entire group.
Oh, interesting. So there's
the whole
fewer
group.
like it's not like every person can cart 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
if
interesting.
you
Like,
see
I guess that it feels like that's how it should be, though, to me. Because, like, with multiple people, I imagine it's easier for, like, person A to keep the boss's attention while person B backs off to heal.
in some way, the aggro mechanic for Monster Hunter is it's sort of situational. There are some there are collaboration quests that Monster Hunter has done with Final Fantasy XIV, actually.
Interesting.
that
Okay.
hinge on basically the Final Fantasy XIV's like a aggro mechanic, where
Yeah.
you have four hunters in a group, and you actually need to really sort of establish who is like the tank role, the DPS role, the healing role.
Right, because that's like
Whereas
that's a very well built-in mechanic in FF14, like aggro. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas for a typical Monster Hunter hunt, you don't have that level of specialization in between.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
hunters. Yeah, it's mostly just like
What's your favorite?
yeah, like
What's the monster that moves the less?
you can have 4 longsword DPS like yahoos,
I do really enjoy the monsters that stand up
you know, doing a quest together. And are there some situations
my favorite
where
monster.
they can all sort of card pretty quickly? Yeah, but if everyone's a competent hunter and like knows their positioning and knows when to heal and not when to sort of risk the biscuit and get
This is what I
greedy,
was talking
Yeah.
about, transitions.
you don't lose anything from like not having, say, a hunting horn or a lance player. Right?
Yeah.
Veil drop.
Yeah, that's
So-
well done.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Final Fantasy IV collaboration quests
Okay, the cat is a
really
shock trap. If I can get into Skull
bring
Icon, I get to
that
save a trap. This thing,
Yeah.
role specialization
cat
into the
trap?
fold in ways
This
that
would be
just
huge.
are atypical
we're not
for a
going
Monster
for it, we're
Hunter
not
fight.
going for it.
Although there
There it
are
is.
some skills you can
Okay.
use.
There you go. And
One
nice.
Oh.
part.
Okay, we got traps.
Thank you, thank you.
It's
I
traps.
wouldn't have clapped for that. So no, that was great. Yeah, oh, yeah, tactical.
It looks like the next weapon looks like it's gonna be the hammer.
Hey, hammer! We got
Oh,
hammer.
yeah, hammer's-
Oh wow.
Hammer
Hey!
jumped up. It like hammer was not even close to. I don't think it was even on screen.
Great job, Chad.
Wow.
Anybody have a
Oh,
time?
yeah, no,
I like
actually,
hammer.
looking at the bids.
First
Oh,
time I'm using it.
I think there
Gotcha.
is like a reset with.
Hammer is
I think that was a
actually
glitch.
so much
It
better
flashed back to the
content,
normal
updates.
numbers
For some reason,
after
they
a
just did not
second.
give this weapon the respect
Yeah, so it like
to perform at the level that it does now.
yeah, like
So,
instant glaive I think is
this is the
gone
thing
because
about
it's
options.
had
If you got
2
options
as the
with like
primary
actions,
weapon
like
now.
cool and flashy,
But like
this
hammer
I wonder
jumped
if
up.
they
I don't think
also,
hammer
like-
was even on the screen
instant
before.
access to the thing that is going
Yeah.
through.
Like it was not even one of the top 4,
Also,
and suddenly it's ahead.
deals bludgeoning
That's sick.
damage. So we're gonna knock down the monster a
Someone
lot
really
easier.
wanted the
We
hammer.
have
Someone
to do a
out there
little
is
bit
like,
of tour
I
really
am
quick to
sick
set up
and
a
tired of it not being hammer. I am throwing down $1,000. Which hey,
Shout
more
out.
power to them.
IMOs certainly do. Here's a
Hammer
few
mains,
guesses
or
towards the
as they're
monster
called,
in
like
your
Hammer
hand.
Bros, the community.
$25 from Monster GT.
Hammer Bros.
Is it
Shout
They
outs to
are
Mario.
they are the orange cats of the Monster Hunter community. They all share one brain cell.
The orange cats of the Monster Hunter community. Are
That's so real though.
Listen, you have your hammer. You're just like, the only thing I care about is when I'm playing hammer is let me see the head, let me bonk the head, let me near the head, let me charge, let me knock him out. That's all.
who up
that is
who up
all you
bonking
care
they
about.
hammer?
Yeah, like listen, if you are slapping Arapalos' tail with the blunt and the hammer, you ain't doing it right. You need to get a good all up the grill and start smacking the jaw. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no, that's not who we're doing.
Showcase.
Oh,
If-
Polo.
If the wilds bans me from bonking the head with the hammer, I will face God and walk backwards into hell.
Oh, sneak attack, that's funny. So this is
Yeah,
the
and
world
immediately went into whacking the head with the hammer. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Just smack,
Right there.
smack,
And
smack.
if you notice right here, he's really like taking advantage of the focus mode. So if you see
Yeah.
a reticle on screen,
That's
he's
the
basically
focus
holding
mode.
down the focus
Okay,
mode.
okay. So making sure to hit the head. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's funny.
Big three
Oh,
combat.
whoa, that was cool.
Oh, so that is a I think it's
Hammer
not
on
a
applied directly to the forehead.
Yeah. So Monster Hunter Wilds incorporated a lot of parry elements into it.
Yeah,
where-
yeah. Like I was gonna say, that looked like a parry. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are some weapons like hammer is like really hinges on this. Where
God.
if you time an attack with strike of a monster,
Ow.
you do a parry and like knock them on their butt. Great sword is also really into this, but hammer I think is sort of the
he will just kind of like
quintessential
fall on the
expression
ground,
of that mechanic
hits it
in the
a little
game
bit
because a
worse to
lot
hit
of
the
your
hit zones.
upward swings
Like makes it, like,
are
worse hit zones, but
counter
it's
strikes,
like a
so
full
it actually
body
triggered
Yeah.
again when you saw the big flash of red
That was the
special
third one,
effect.
and I am
Yeah,
You did
yeah.
that
ignoring it.
full counter
Don't like it.
animation
It's
because
just gonna
it's
happen
basically on
because
a
it's king of offsets. Alright,
cooldown.
there's our knockdown.
You can't just like
So
spam
this-
it throughout the entire.
Wait, so that melted. Okay, so it like melts into multiple small guys, or oh no, oh it's not dead. Okay, never mind. I thought it was dead. It had just
So-
fallen.
So Rampolo, or I'm just gonna call him Papolo, was actually like
But that's gonna be
statistically
our
the
main, like, bread and butter.
least
It's big big combo
hunted
into
monster in the game, meaning like they're the least popular.
wait, one.
Yeah.
They're a very
It's the most
That was cool.
monster that
Please just
pick
use
up a
this.
hammer.
basically is they use their sacks to apply like I think like pressure and like, gases and mess with the explosive tar in these
Right, it was like it's been exploding. It's been like laying little bombs by like stabbing its tail into the arena. I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. And funnily enough, Capcom will do this with the least popular monster sometimes. They made a basically a super hard version of the Rumpolo,
Yeah.
an almost temple 5-star version. It's an event quest that unlocks one of the
blink a little bit. So that's gonna be the sharpest speeder for a weapon. I know
a
the
really
hammer is a sharp.
busted
We have the sharp
headpiece
hammer. I
that
don't.
you can
Don't
craft
ask me.
with
It's just the
specialized
way it
tickets
is.
from the hunt.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah, the
I appreciate like I respect that from the game designers. Like, oh, you don't like our monster? Well, you have to now.
I will highlight because y'all didn't catch it. Jal Bagel had to sharpen the
Alright, there we go.
hunting horn.
That's
No,
always been an
sharpen
awkward
the
fight
hammer.
because of the small
Yeah.
monsters, because of, like,
Yeah,
the-
I did not catch that. That's
But hammer
so like
has
it
that, like,
it got
stopping
too
power that I
blunt
was talking
in the
about, right?
middle of
It
the
got
fight.
too blunt.
Okay,
The
okay.
hammer was too blunt, so he had to sharpen it. Yeah.
Isn't
As one does.
isn't a hammer supposed to be blunt?
I guess not this one.
It looks like we still have folks who love sharpening their hammers.
I mean, to be fair,
sharpest hammer in the
to be
world.
fair, like imagine getting hit by a hammer that also has sharp edges.
Everyone say
You know what? Yeah.
Which I have marked on my list here as lock in time. Is
So for
hammer what
folks
you were hoping
who
for
are
that?
No.
No.
Interested, in
Anything
the
with a
chat,
shield would have been
the,
wonderful
yeah.
here. Or like hunting horn.
the big
but
divide
you know what?
in Monster
We're
Hunter
Oh,
not
great
gonna
sword's
let
ahead.
it be.
We ball.
We ball.
Oh,
That's
great
the great sword, your large son,
Greatsword
correct?
has now jumped
Oh, my
into
large son.
first place.
The
Ayo.
my
Oh,
large
and it's
great-
we have great sword for Ray Dow.
Do you have time for a few donations while we move around?
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot to restock.
Oh no, he's
Restock check?
getting Ray
Restock
Dow
check?
with the hammer.
All right, let's see what
Oh,
we got
okay.
here.
Great sword,
Oh,
next
here's
one.
part of the reason that we have
Okay,
Greatsword
okay.
now in the lead. We have $500.
Okay,
for
so we've got Ray Dow.
Obviously,
Oh,
the best
is this
weapon
switching
the
or is
signature
this
big number weapon.
just
he's,
upgrading?
I think it might be. I think
Oh,
it
no,
is.
Monsters, it's gotta be Astalos.
He's refilling his
Ooh,
items
good
as
pick.
Okay.
with
Good pick.
it.
Unfortunately, not the super secret mystery
Thunderbug
monster.
capacitor crafting material.
Here's also a $25 donation from Toku Turtle.
I wish we were switching to the sword. I wish it were
Look at
that quick.
handsome
Yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah.
I'm so proud
Oh,
to
well.
see you on the big stage.
Well, I mean, regardless, this was like the quest that you highlighted is like this will be a
I'm gonna
hard
consider
one
this one a guess.
Um,
We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
an
because of the
extra
environmental stuff and like I can kind of
$250.50
there's a lot of
for
zapping
Garrus.
happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of zapping.
Gravios head count into a donation where each
the,
Gravios equals 10 cents. Is Gravios the
Yeah,
monster?
so
of the
basically,
game?
so like Ray Dow,
Tragic. Well, thank you for
like I
playing,
mentioned,
because
is
all
a
that money is going
lightning-based
to supporting
Apex monster
Doctors Without Borders and all of the work
dragon
they
flying
do to
wyvern.
provide medical care where it is needed.
Yeah,
around
Lightning
the
Dragon
world.
is just like
Thank you all
I
so very
think
much for
there's
your donations.
I don't
So
know
we
if it's
have-
possible to have an iteration of
Let's
Lightning
mention this,
Dragon
it's a
that
lot
doesn't
quest.
completely
So,
whip ass.
Ray Dow is
So
our next
like
Yeah.
boss that we have to
I'm
fight
trying to
here.
remember. It was
And
like-
we're kind of managing our inventory a little uniquely here.
Okay, so
Because
there
Dave,
have
you may not know
been
this, but the great
lightning
hello,
dragons,
the great Thunderbug. Can we go this direction?
sort of
Alright,
Apex
thanks, bud.
equivalent
The
monsters
great Thunderbugs that
in
we can
previous
collect
Monster
here
Hunter
during
games.
the inclement season,
So in Monster Hunter
when Sun
Generations
rains, Planet of the
Ultimate, which
Sandstorm,
is a old school Monster Hunter game,
they
one of these
count
sort of
as
like
a trap tool.
4
It's a
like
really cool way to like get an extra trap tool.
basically
Like
they're
maybe
the
you used one,
equivalent
but
of
you didn't
Apex
quite capture the
Monsters was
monster. You like
Astalos
run out
was
here
a
and find these great Thunderbugs,
sort of like
snag one
black
real quick,
and
and you
green
get a new trap.
dragon that like
We
controls
actually take
electricity.
advantage of that in routing.
Also
Um,
compelling.
Fill
Like
in
that's
instead of
compelling to
just
me.
having
Yeah.
two trap tools,
Yeah.
two traps on ourselves,
Very
we can,
compelling.
like, extend an extra quest back
Actually,
before having to
Astalos is
restock.
in Monster Hunter
It's
Rise.
actually really
I
cool
love
routing. We
Rise.
take advantage of
Rise
it
is the
multiple
previous
times,
entry in
and it
Monster
cuts
Hunter.
out.
Mm.
Is that your
I
favorite of the
love it.
Monster Hunters?
Which
It's
would mean
definitely my
anything if I
favorite.
Nice.
It's the
remember to
one I
actually
put.
restock and do this optimally.
I think if
But,
you
we're
add
having
the
fun today,
hours I
right?
put in on
Yeah,
Steam and
absolutely.
switch together, I
So,
definitely eclipse the hours I put
could
in
my
with World.
couch explain why Radow is so scary?
It's I think
Now is
it's sort of
Oh,
a perfect marriage between the.
I think we're sorry to pause real quick. I think we're about to hear some of the explanation from the couch that you've given us. Like, I just heard the question. Can you explain why Ray Dow is so scary?
Ah.
So like the couch agrees with you. This is like a very scary fight, which like that's good. I like seeing the runners suffer because they're doing a
Yeah.
really scary fight.
Make the runner scared.
Also, this design's cool as hell. I had not seen Ray Dow
Yeah.
until just now. Ray Dow kicks ass.
I don't know what I expected with a lightning dragon, but it wasn't this, and this is great.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Also, just
we go.
I love we have like the sharp bladed lightning dragon who's like trying to bite despite the fact that it's kind of knocked down and just like bonk, 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 like slowly bonking.
So anytime that he flashes, I'm gonna try,
Okay.
or anytime that he flies, I'm gonna try to flash him.
Yeah, so one thing to pay attention to in the top left is the health bar. When it starts like
on the monster before
wilding out, like turning red, that is a signal that the next attack from the monster is very dangerous.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like pay attention to that. Try to get an idea of like what's coming next.
So I don't think I've seen one of since I've been watching. I haven't seen one of those, which means like Radau hasn't used one of the super hard attacks yet, or super dangerous attacks yet.
Yeah, they have. He's done it a couple times. But,
Okay.
You'll see when it.
Right. That's why I said since I've been watching for it. Like I'm sure he has. I just haven't seen it yet.
So
I got
these
you, yeah.
attacks can pretty much just
Bonk,
I mean,
bonk, bonk,
it
bonk,
seems
bonk,
like the
bonk,
fight
bonk.
seems to be going well so far. I've seen Radau's gotten bonked in the head a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that's
Bad time.
that did not seem like an easy attack to dodge.
Yeah.
Alright, that's nice.
Hearing the runner say, "Uh-oh."
Oh, that's the red bar.
Oh, that's the red bar. Yep, okay.
Oh, yep. There you go.
Oh, and
there you go.
immediately on the horse.
Oh, here you go. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Oh.
So it was going to be a really visually impressive strike.
Joel Bagel just said it would have one-shotted him.
Yeah, it would have done
Wow.
something to him.
But so what we saw there was that like managed to interrupt Radau before the attack finished, or
Yeah, so this
Okay,
is where the
okay.
items in Monster Hunter become really crucial. He used a flash bomb.
oh,
So
okay,
basically-
okay. I assume flash bombs like either you have a limited number of them or they like also cost resources to craft.
Yeah, the cost resources and overall their
Gotcha.
effectiveness is diminished over the course of the hunt.
Makes sense. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
very useful for flying monsters like Redown, because if you use the light, like you just right in, they'll like fall to the ground and be stunned for a little bit.
Right, which makes it harder for them to get away. Like, I don't know. What I guess your
he's
answer
about to-
for you might
about
be
to
great
end.
sword because like the great sword is your large son. But like, do you think there's like an easier weapon to use for a flying enemy like Radau?
It really comes down to reach at the end of the day. If you're thinking
Yeah.
about like a easier weapon, the thing about Monster Hunter games is that the weapons are so well balanced across all the hunts that you're not necessarily at a disadvantage, even if you have, say, like a sword and shield, which is
Okay.
the shortest weapon you can get.
I mean, that's good. Like that balance must be really difficult to actually
my boy.
ensure.
It's my boy, my boy's in
The large sword, the greatest sword.
Oh my! Oh,
Apparently, there's supposed to be some sort of like
and our next
reward
quest is
if
Priscilla,
they
which
do
is
all
actually
12
a monster
weapons.
who
I don't
likes to
remember
stay.
what
Oh,
that
yeah.
is.
So
I don't
But
remember what it is
hopefully
either,
they
but
go
yeah,
through
yeah,
it.
that's like a little mini quest for the GDQ audience. Try to get all of the
We're like
weapons.
4 out of 12.
Yeah, we've gotten
Slave,
the
hunter.
light bow gun, the insect glaive, now the great sword, the hammer, and the gun lance. So that's 5 so far, I think.
Yeah, we did. Did we ever do heavy bow gun?
We haven't done heavy bow
not
gun.
yet.
No.
You will know when you've done heavy bowgun.
You'll know.
Your soul will know.
We're going to be aiming for what is called True Charge Slash, and I
Oh
believe
yes,
it's
the true
first
charge slash.
one.
Oh, with
I'm
that
stuck
one.
in a web.
Yeah.
Oh, stuck
You
in a
really
web.
did, by the
Uh
way.
oh.
The great sword.
Ooh, ouch.
Out of time.
Okay, so purple. The health bar's flashing purple. Is that like poison or something?
Yep, it's poison.
Okay, poison. And does poison work like poison does in most games, where it just basically drains your health over time? Okay.
Yep, drink gel over time. You
I mean,
just gotta drink the-
simple but like effective. Like there's a reason that it works in every game, and they keep putting it in games.
I
Yeah.
remember I was game development stuff on. There was just one streamer who was talking about how in World of Warcraft how they like designed poison versus like fire.
Yeah.
Basically, they just changed the color. It mechanically just works the same. But again, like generally, like in terms of sort of like damage input, like what's the difference between like being on fire and being poisoned?
Can we get an offset?
I
We have
mean,
the
that's fair. That is a fair point.
Yeah, swing.
yeah, that's
I
Poison
appreciate
in
that like
WoW.
Pokemon, for instance, does actually answer there is a big difference. Like burn and poison are very different in Pokemon, which I appreciate.
yeah.
Fun fact,
In what
if you
way?
miss your TCS
Actually, like the damage is not really the primary problem if you're burned in Pokemon. It's that your physical attack is cut in half.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
That makes
sense. 'Cause
sense.
You're on fire.
Yeah. There is no one of the interesting things is there's no analogous status condition for special attack. So like physical attackers are like uniquely weak to status effects like that. But the kind of the trade-off is there's also like physical attackers, there's an ability called Guts, which doubles your attack stat if you are statused, which like it also overwrites the burn. So instead of having your attack cut in half, it's doubled. And like there's no equivalent status condition, or there's no equivalent ability for special attackers. So it's like an interesting push and pull.
that makes sense.
Is there anything like that in Monster Hunter Wilds? Is there any way to like take advantage of being statused, or is being statused just a bad thing?
Oh yes, actually there are a variety. So in terms
Ooh,
of builds,
cool.
you have
Yeah.
armor and weapon skills. You can acquire them through various.
Oh, that was a
means.
parry, I think.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
sick.
God.
It's not
Lord.
fun.
Oh, it's funny. That's actually a guard point. So they're actually
Oh,
different
okay,
switch
okay.
areas in the game.
Yeah.
So you have
Yo,
I call them counter strikes. It's not exactly okay. You just had a perfect guard. It just happened. So when you
Oh, that's a
guard
big.
the right
That's a
time-
true charge slash. That's sick. Okay. Wait, like he does like a double somersault with a charge with a true charge slash. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's perfect.
I see
guard.
why
So
you
when
like this weapon.
Oh yeah, it's,
Yeah.
and like you really can smooth them and while it's like this is the amount of movement you do here is just like it's unreal compared to I would love to like be able to show y'all like different like speedruns of the same monster across each Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Where you can just like tell by the positioning and like the movements, like the way that this game has
Wow.
changed so much in terms of like how do you really make these calculations about positioning. Yeah. But oh god, I love this game. I love this sword. Word.
Oh, okay. That looked like that was like a flash bomb or something.
Yeah.
Clean fight.
So
just don't drift back.
To go back to the point about status effects and their
Right, yeah, so
and
we got interrupted by
Yeah.
cool stuff from the Greatsword.
Chat, we're making it through this boss, and
So
I
there is
still
a
want you to help us
skill
change to a new weapon we haven't
in
used yet. The
Monster
Charge Blade
Hunter,
is in third place behind the Greatsword and Gunlance.
I can't remember for the life of me, but I actually really utilize it a lot in one of my builds for Rise, where if you are statused, so if you're poisoned,
Yeah, we're not
or burning, for example, you get a spike in your attack and affinity, which attack is your base attack, affinity is your percentage chance for a crit, along with a couple other, positive buffs.
Alright, still in the lead is the Great Sword. That will be
I'm trying to
removed from
remember
the
what it is.
running.
Well, the important part is that it exists, and it's one of several other skills you can utilize where you can take a negative like status condition. There's one status condition called Frenzy that is unique to a particular monster
that's environmental damage
in the game.
deals a fixed amount of damage to the
Whose
monster.
name
But on top of that,
is
creates a
Gormagala.
topple. Just like you've seen,
Where
when I get a,
if
like a
you
break or something
have a
like that, the
complete
monster
like
falls on the ground,
if
these
you're
will
fully
go
like
in and do that,
frenzied,
and they last the same
you
amount of duration. So we can kind of
lose your
plan around
recoverable
them, right?
health, I believe, and also
Oh,
think
interesting.
you like lose some sort of resistances. But
goats, they have paralytic horns.
an interesting synergy
And we're going to use that to
you with
paralyze
the armor from
Gormagala in this
Gormagala
area.
is there's
But go
a
ahead
skill
and just
called
hit what we've
Coalescence,
got in the way. That's
where
very
once
cool.
you recover from a
Super
negative status
monster
effect,
really
you actually get a spike in
And we're gonna do
affinity,
that instead.
as well as
Interesting, okay.
elemental
it's
resistances.
That's a free 422 damage,
and
which is very nice
With
for us.
the Gormagala
And
armor, you
then
can actually
nice little
recover
follow-up TCS
from
there. I'm gonna get
frenzy
a
more
reward
quickly,
here that I don't want.
and if you're frenzy,
That's
you can
fine.
actually
I was
have
trying to get
positive
that
effects.
wound in the back,
So
which would've been really nice.
this is sort of just a
Two,
way to
sure.
sort of articulate
So
that
that's encounter
in
and then
Monster
Rage
Hunter.
War.
There is
We
a
usually try
very
to, like, script through
interesting
those.
push
I
and
just did
pull
not think I'd get that
based
early.
on your build. You
I'm
can
gonna
manipulate
not armor through that.
what
Okay,
would
that's
be
fine.
to a negative status effect,
As
actually
we continue to wail on this
improve your
living
overall
roll
damage
of paper
output.
towels that's coming on school, you want some
Another
more of the
sort of like a more
kisses for Ranger
simple,
Jack?
a simpler example
Okay,
is the skill
excellent. Here's
sentiment.
$15 from
So
Buy
if you talk in the top
Happenstance.
left-hand corner,
My name is
Jalbagel
Ursa, so
has
I've always loved the
a
blue
red
and
bar
these
next to
Archers.
his health.
This is going
Yeah.
for
That's
the best weapon in
recoverable
the
health. So
franchise.
basically,
Okay.
he will recover it like over time, even if he doesn't choose to heal.
Okay.
The skill resentment
not Arzuros.
will increase
All right, we have plenty
your
more, though.
base attack
$5
stat
free to play.
if you
I know the
have
monster you're thinking of is
recoverable
Artvel.
or red health.
Ooh, I
Okay.
So you have these builds that
Like you actually
live on
want to
that
tank
side.
a hit
Well, I've got a
to
few
activate
markets around
that.
here.
Or something
yeah,
like
that
that.
goes from
And
Wolverine.
the Great
Have to
Sword
bid
is
for
a
my
great
first love,
weapon for that
Charge Blade.
kind
Currently in
of
second place.
skill
I would
because
love
you
to
are
see it get up in the
taking
first
a lot
place.
of attacks,
The
you're doing a
slash
lot of chip
donation. But they
damage,
also
Yeah.
said, as for
where
favorite monster,
you
it's a
are
tie between my
intentionally taking a
Foggy
hit,
Boys, Tetsukabra and
but
Zagreus.
the
Let's go, Bagel.
Thank you, Wolf.
spike in your attack
it
is
is
worth
not either
putting
of
yourself
those.
Yeah.
in a
I'm gonna
complicated
give a
Yeah, no,
shot.
I appreciate that because I
Okay.
like when games make hit trading a valid strategy, not necessarily against every fight, but like it actually bothers me when hit trading is like never a valid strategy in a game that's really focused on combat. Like I don't know, that's one of the things that the Hollow Knight franchise actually does really well is like, yeah, like you can tank a hit, get some iframes, deal a bunch of damage, and like build up enough soul that you can heal, basically. Like
That's the listen. That's the Beast Crest, baby.
okay, but like the
That's
Beast
the thing,
Crest
because you better get
forces
in
you to
there,
do
you
that.
Yeah, because what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Not necessarily a flying wyvern, just a
So
flying
wait,
monster.
how much
It can be
more
kinda
Silk
squirrely
Song have
to
you
deal
played?
with. They like to be up in the air. We're trying
So
to
I'm
make
literally
those
just
as
like
we can.
stuck on
To
the
not let that happen.
same boss
Unfortunately,
fight that I've been stuck on. It's the first sinner.
Oh, the first sinner. Oh god, I love that fight so much.
We're just gonna take advantage
like,
of that. We're
I-
grab the hunter for hero body. I don't know why
We were
you would
talking
have to.
during the
Just
Silk
do
Song
that,
stream.
please.
Uh,
Fight
Pants
anything
loves that
else.
fight, and I did it first try. And so while I think it's a great fight, and I did it very fluidly and funly, I have no like real memory of what the fight is.
All right, and there is.
Yeah, I think you hit it farther up in the power curve than I did.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because
Also,
I
it was right
struggled
before lunch,
with
and
it for a
I
while.
needed to win in order to eat.
it was one that I struggled with it for a while. Like I was sitting there doing retries for like a solid 30 minutes, like 45 minutes on First Sinner. But it was also just like, I don't know. It's such a back and forth fight that I love it.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that's awesome.
It's tricky
next
because I
is my
think,
least
like,
favorite hunt in the entire game with my favorite weapon. So once again,
the
so
trick
we're
with that fight
balancing it out.
is
Thank you, I appreciate that.
you need to play very
The
close,
Sharkon,
but also
incredibly aggressive
you
monster.
can
He
just.
has very few openings. I'm looking for the word gunlance.
There are moments
It's
where, like, if
a
you
struggle.
play too close, like they'll back
And
away, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
You whiff a lot
like
of
really
attacks.
aggressive, right? He's
Yeah.
non-stop.
But if you
A lot of his
play too
attacks have not
conservatively,
one, but two hitboxes.
then they'll
So
actually
when it
use
comes
your
to
Sick
perfect
the
guard, you
heal.
keep perfect guard the first one and just guard normal.
Oh yeah,
So-
because that's a fight.
kind
Oh my god,
You
they
just
heal.
get sniped. Yeah. That's one that heals. Yeah. So it like
I really
you
don't have anything else to say about this guy.
it's
I'm
not
just gonna
necessarily that like hit trading is like
Great news, folks. With
a
the now removed
I don't think that's one of the fights where you can really hit trade,
anyone's game.
but like there are moments where hit trading's appropriate if it prevents a heal.
And I'm pretty sure that we can get to any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like it's
when
not
you're
it's
playing
not a way that you can get through the whole
any of
fight, but
those
it's a thing that you
weapons, be
have
sure
to
push
do
it up
occasionally in
with
that
those
fight if you're like
donations to
in
back
bad
up
position when
orders.
it's about to heal.
May I suggest the lance or the bow, perhaps?
Yeah, and
Those
so much
weapons
of
that
Beast
I am
Press
pretty
that I
fond of, at
enjoyed
least, like,
is
theoretically,
it heavily
not in
relies
Monster
on
Hunter because I have not used them in Monster
hit trading.
Not
Yeah.
I mean,
Not yet.
because if you're not
Not
in there,
yet.
even if you're
I mean,
in
listen, if we can hit
your
$500,000
self-dep
by the end
state,
of this, I will play Monster Hunter, all right? I don't know if that
if you don't
means
attack, then you're not going to
I
heal.
would love
Yeah.
to see that.
Hey, what was the thing in
Yes, and I'll make sure you do it in the
Monster
practice
Hunter that
room,
just
okay?
like happened where there was like a giant like door of iron?
Yeah, so they're in, God, it escapes me, but I think it's sort of like the volcanic area
That is a
in the game.
fantastic idea. So,
And
I mean, I'm just gonna say
throughout
this
all the
about this
different
guy.
areas in
I'm just
Monster
trading
Hunter, there
over
are
and
different
over with him 'cause
environmental
he doesn't stop.
environmental
So I'm gonna be
interactions you
trying
can
to,
take
like,
advantage of.
find perfect guard
And
moments,
for
but
this one,
if it
there's
looks like
this
I'm getting
giant,
bullied,
like,
it's because I am.
it's not a cauldron, I
but
think,
it's
yeah,
kind of
furnace is
intentional.
the right word for it. Where if
Not getting
you
hit is sometimes a
use
time
your,
loss. I don't know where you're gonna hit me there.
it's
Okay,
not a
that's
grappling
fine.
hook, but
But yeah,
it's basically a
sometimes getting
grappling
hit
hook.
to deal
You can use
your
your
damage
grappling hook
is
to pull the
not a
trigger,
time loss.
and
So
then it will,
we're
you
gonna
know,
try.
fire
I'm
out
just like I'm gonna
some
try to, like,
element
sneak in
of
my
the
damage as
furnace
much as I
to
can.
really do a bunch of
'Cause,
damage in one hit
I
to the monster.
have the healing items to
Uh,
kind of like do this, right?
yeah.
We spend a lot of time trying to get Mandragora and our catalysts, so we have
That's pretty
ways
cool.
to,
They looked really dope.
Yeah.
to heal
Um,
through a lot of what's
I
happening.
hardly ever do it
Semi
because
oh you go ahead.
Triple.
yeah, I hardly ever do it because I don't got the patience for it in this. This is a power clash. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so some weapons,
Get his
something
Get his
like
I like when you call something out right before the runner does.
when you perfect guard.
Let's
And,
go.
just kind of give
Go.
it a small opening.
Fuck, I
and
love the
small
Guardians.
is like an
Oh,
understatement
man.
with a Jarkon because it's like
Get
a
some.
negative opening.
Get some.
But
If you could add the gun lance to any other game, what game would you add it to?
Good question.
Whack. I should be able to
Stardew
get to
Valley.
say full blast.
Fair enough. Ask
A
and
slime
answer.
jumps at you, you end its entire bloodline.
Listen, a gun lance would be so much more useful than a slingshot in Stardew Valley.
I can't argue with that. That's like
Yeah.
objectively correct. It also feels like it's maybe a little not the tone that that game is typically going for.
What would win in a fight? A slingshot or a gun attached to a lance? You know what?
In chat, in the audience, keep
Quince at the Stardew fair showing off like, hey, I made an iron bar.
And then we just gotta switch which ones are
And
good.
you're like,
Each
I
time,
made a
and we'll get even
lance
more
that's a
money for
gun.
Fantastic charity. They're doing aid in Gaza. They're helping out folks in Venezuela.
I did receive,
I
like,
invented gunpowder for this.
I did receive an exclusive tip.
Seriously, every little bit to that also
So you heard it
helps,
here
right?
first,
It doesn't
folks.
matter how big or how small,
The 14
that
heart
donation,
event with
it
Clint, he
always
gives you a
helps
gun
out.
lance. So,
I
Well, I guess that's a
Got that
reason. I guess
insider
that's a reason
knowledge?
for someone to do
This guy
Clint
is
romance
doing
at some
his
point
best.
in the
We
future.
should be close
Is
to
it
that
still
one.
worth it though?
Not for
Like
me.
I
Broken. I can
the
usually
risk reward
use
there.
runes to tell how close. Okay, bye.
listen, y'all, I'm going to
Side Jarkon.
romance this man.
I'm gonna say this one.
Why?
I'm gonna
You
subject
don't have.
myself.
No
Is-
one
is
will
it
make,
a- it-
no
like-
one's making you.
No one's gonna
I
make me
I think there's
listen, like,
I see there's a very strong moral argument here, which is
Not Dragonite.
for Emily's
That
sake.
is- there we go. Okay, we're close. Just need 2 more here.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Fair.
Will be for our hope weapons if we get them. Just making sure that I.
So it
unlock
looks
those
it looked like that one got away.
for the rest of the run, right?
Oh yeah, they go to other areas and you just
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
I don't
fine.
think we've seen one get
We don't
away
pick
thus
up
far.
those. Actually, we do.
Yeah.
So-
if we want to see all 14 weapons.
There
but
are
Sharingan is
no
almost,
monster health bars
done
in
here. We just have a
Monster
little
Hunter.
bit more to go.
So you don't have
But
like
this
a
fight is just
UI
seriously
indicator
constantly aggressive.
for
So
when
you're
a monster is losing
good
health.
guard,
You
one,
have a UI indicator for when they
go
are
for the
good to
full burst.
like, capture or they're
that
about to
hits me
die.
from
Yeah.
behind.
But you can get a sense.
Oh, there
of-
here comes a big attack.
So a
Here we
lot of the
go.
time,
But
with
parried,
Lance, I'm trying to
okay. There you
do
go.
what is called a
And that's the
guard,
thing.
like perfect
Wild
guard
is
reload.
so-
I don't know, that's what I call it, but it's when I go to reload
encourages
and
hit
use the
trading,
guard point from the
so
reload animation and cancel
well,
the animation to reload as fast as possible.
because of the mechanics like Power Clash
Yeah.
and Perfect Guard and Counter Strike.
I mean, dog.
Yeah, I think it's not
That's
Counter
his
Strike,
name.
but countering
Skulls too.
where
And we are on skulls.
when
Only
in
other-
like
Ooh.
War or
Ooh.
Rise.
I don't
There you go.
stop.
Shoutouts
had
to
to-
shoutouts to the dog.
Yeah, good dog.
Thank you.
Good dog.
1, 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
You really
GG.
needed to like, position well, roll out, danger.
These ones
You can
are-
really just like
they're doing
you
their
can
best.
just stand
How
there
about
and
like a weapon
scrap.
I like?
It's
Oh,
incredible.
maybe you like two for the price of one. At $2,160, the next weapon is the dual blade.
Dual blades. We got dual blades. Charge blades are not far away from dual blades. They're like $300 down. And then there's also Switch Axe is like $400 behind that right now.
Price at Switch Axe is
And then
so
Lance
low.
is after that.
Charge
I
blade. Let's make that
think
next,
Switch
Jack.
Axe has been
I would love to see Charge Blade.
I would also love to see
fairly
That would be fantastic.
I also have a few more
Fairly
C guesses if
meta
you want those.
Oh yeah, let's
in
hear
this
some.
game.
some guesses.
Oh,
Great,
are
great.
they
You can
taking
choose your
breaks?
C in one. It sounds like it could be a C, but
Nope.
it's not. That one is $10 from Queen.
Apparently.
Lilith. I'm
Well-
going to say my
I guess
favorite
so.
weapon is the dual blades.
Why?
Thank you very much. And my favorite monster is the one that gives me my
I'm-
favorite armor that needs to return. The Elder Dragon, Kieran.
I am wondering if they're just
Oh,
not.
yeah, I think they're-
It's a big horse.
I think we might just be seeing the wrong feed right now.
We also
That
have
There was a
the
moment
case, yeah.
earlier. There was a moment at the beginning of the Silk Song run where the audio was off. I think like any event like this, it's live TV, right? Like tech
Yeah.
issues. Like it's live TV where they have to hook up to different gaming systems and like different headphones and all that stuff every single run. So
it is not.
like,
That's a big whale, by the way.
the amount of tech work that goes into this event is something that I think can't be overstated. Like
It's literally staggering. Like,
yeah. The amount
go
of like
from like
it's obviously very visible when there's like a weird tech snafu like that, but I think people just need like it's understandable to me.
I would love to see
Like
Goble from the
you have a bunch of volunteers essentially who are putting on like a professional level event that is harder than a lot of professional level events that are similar to this.
Exactly, like, yeah. You know, not to like disparage other like big live events, but like in basketball there's one court.
Yep. And the
Here
commentator
they're,
like there's one set of commentators. They don't change. They don't move outside of whatever booth they're in.
So let's talk about the
They don't change the technology by spans of decades at a time.
And like you don't have to like you don't have to have a mic on every player.
Yeah. Be weird if you did. I think,
Yeah.
actually, I think it would make basketball better.
Obviously, like I guess basketball does have like there are additional cameras that are in play, but like you know, the point is it's hard. The point is there's a lot of
Yeah.
technical complexity in an event like this, like little moments of that, like little technical snafus, little moments where it's like, oh, for less than a minute we were watching the wrong stream. Like in the grand scheme of things, people need to give the tech team a lot of credit at events like this.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever tried to stream out of a DS? Because
No.
they have.
They have to. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's. I don't even know how you would begin to do things like that. But like,
Well, I know
They
how
do
I
this-
would begin to do things like that. Poorly.
yeah. I'd get my phone and I would just put it over my shoulder and be like, yeah, this is what you got.
Wait, what am I watching?
Yeah, so that's
That was some Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon bullshit.
Again,
Yeah.
So
another
the
style
dual
of monster.
blades the second most anime of the weapons.
So that's actually
This is the second most
trying to
anime?
avoid.
What's the
If it
first
grabs
most
the
anime?
Falco, unfortunately
guess
for the
the
Falco, they do
longsword.
take some damage from that, but it is an
Does
opening
feel
for
very
us. So we're
anime,
able
but
to,
then again,
take advantage
I
of
guess
that.
it depends which anime we're
Lance
talking about,
Gun
because like
feels very
the great
anime to
sword
me.
did
Yeah.
feel very berserk.
yeah, but
Yeah?
I mean, okay.
At least the first time around, as you guys can clearly
Yeah,
see.
it's
Whereas this
all-
this
They
this
should
is
put-
like
they
I'm
should
like
add a chainsaw
I've
for
seen
Chainsaw
this
Man.
character in Demon Slayer. Like
Well, actually,
It might hit you from like the back, the side.
it's not a
just from any
chainsaw, but they're different. Like
Green, what about you? What's your favorite Apex monster?
okay, what is
Favorite would have
spinning like a
Yeah.
top. That's
but
crazy.
also struggle with
That's
Yeah,
crazy
that's
work.
A big reason being this was actually the
Yeah,
first
so yeah, Dual
cephalopod
Blades,
ever introduced into Monster Hunter.
they're definitely
Also
Attack on
very
Titan
larger
inspired.
we'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Or-
Oh, okay, yeah. I see it. I
That
see it.
makes
That makes
sense.
sense.
I still
Yeah.
say that whenever I see it.
The
I
like
watched a
jump,
season of that
the
show.
soaring through the air, whirling around with twin blade. Yeah, that's very Attack on Titan coded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a season of Attack on Titan. I've seen this before. This guy was named Aaron or something like that, or like Levi or whatever. Like
Dual blades burns
Yeah.
through sharpness really, really quickly. So
But
it's
no,
one of
the,
weapons
the
that you'll
dual
be
blades.
constantly,
How
trying
do
to
I say this?
sharpen. Again, the neat thing about the Sacred is
The
that
dual
it does give us that
blades
advantage to be able to
are
sharpen and
one of
move
the
at the same
few.
time.
Well,
And as you can see,
one of
that
the
Mako
few,
has,
like,
decided to put the lure pod onto Nudra,
stamina
to
critical
a nice
melee
little spot, and we're
weapons.
gonna give you a little
So
bit of
in addition to your
positive
health pool, you have your stamina pool.
that's the
And
yellow is
pool
the
is
stamina.
things-
We love
Yeah,
environmental
the
travel.
yellow is the stamina, and it's used for things like rolling, sprinting.
Attacking, it looks like the stamina bar's going down as the attacks are coming out.
So the only reason that's happening is because Jal Bagel is in Demon Rush mode.
Demon
So-
Rush. Oh, that's
yeah,
so
yeah, of
fucking
course, of
anime.
course.
That's so fucking anime.
It's okay. It's
That's
on time.
Demon Rush
It's on
mode. I
time.
think there's another one that's
What
like
is happening to me? I don't know where I am.
even more demon than the other Demon Rush mode. Okay.
You're at SGDQ.
Even more
Demon Crush mode.
You're the guy.
Both meanings
So-
of crush
Monster
intended.
Hunter.
Yeah. So basically, the optimal
Focus
way of
strike,
playing-
turning
I
tide.
got like 2
That's so anime.
Yeah, the ideal way of playing dual blades is
Oh yeah, Demon Flurry Rush.
yeah, staying in like demon mode. But the downside of demon mode is you gradually lose stamina over time.
Okay,
As you
okay.
can see in the top left.
Okay, so it's like it gives you a steroid, but it's limited by the amount of stamina you have. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we're gonna try to deal enough damage to the head.
Neat.
You can also tell
This
that
is
my
like-
red bar health is,
This feels very like JoJo's as well. This is like this is like the 7-page Muda scene. Like
Can we not run back to the monster?
Oh,
That'd be
oh, oh, oh.
awesome. Saber.
Drink your juice, drink your juice, drink your juice. Oh, that cat is having a bad time.
I think you need to pay your subscription to the.
yeah, this guy doesn't seem to be enjoying it.
Okay, this is
A
actually
part
really
broke
good.
off.
Yeah, so this is one of the.
Whoa.
Oh, that tentacle is
chopped off
just
a limb.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, you can chop off all the limbs. from
Oh,
your
it was
breath.
trying to get away. It was trying to get away, but it got caught.
It got caught. There you go. Yeah,
Got
I see
him.
Jal
We've
Bagel
not
worked a
killed
little
any
bit.
monsters so far. I'm so
Wow.
so happy for them.
We
This-
will have to kill some.
This is pretty sick.
Yeah. You-
Like I will be
there-
honest that I have not really watched that many Monster Hunter runs in the past because it's just I'm like I don't really get the franchise. This run is sick.
Yeah, I think without like having a designated person here to answer all of my questions, both silly and non-silly, it is a hard series to get into.
Yeah, there's definitely like you know, it's a hard series because every single new entry in a someone for the community says like, oh, this is the easiest on ramp or like the most accessible. Yeah.
I have
If you
seen a
need
lot of
to-
that comment. Yeah.
If you need to caveat your favorite game series as saying the latest one is the most accessible, the lady don't protest too much.
Yeah,
And frankly,
I
was
think
gonna say
that's
about my
true.
favorite podcast, where I'm like, oh yeah, this season of Friends at the Table is really accessible,
Yeah.
and I love all of them, but
You overcome
Yeah,
challenges.
but
So that was my secret monster. We
Wild
had
is
literally
for others. And
I feel like if they
we're
got
going
rid of
to,
the story,
I
it
guess,
would be the
Knights
most
next, right?
accessible, easy on-ramp. I
You wanna
just,
be next? Yeah,
like,
sure, I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're
the
next.
stories in
Do
Monster
you
Hunter
wanna give
games
us
leave a lot to be
give it.
desired.
Did I give him
Um,
I wasn't even looking.
Like,
don't-
they're
No,
It's
campy,
fine.
but they
It's
kind of
not.
trip
I'm
over
not here.
themselves, especially like World and Wilds from like
You could
the
be next.
only list dynamics
Be
of
nice. Yeah, no, be nice.
particularly like
take it
your
Take it easy.
guild.
So the monster
It's,
that I
it's
have
the
in my
same
head
guild, but
is
like
not a cool monster.
your fleet,
It's probably the
yeah,
monster you
your
probably
fleet,
wouldn't think
arriving in a
I mean, at least as far as like, you know, most popular monsters go, think the
a
opposite,
land
right?
populated by indigenous peoples
opposite.
that,
Oh.
in not just indigenous peoples, but also indigenous like wildlife, clearly.
Yeah.
That you
Also,
interact with in
incredible
ways
fact I
that
just
are
learned from our friends here
problematic.
backstage. Since we opened it, this bid war has
I wish there
Yeah.
was like a little bit.
over
I wish it was less, but it's one of those moments where like you have to
Incredible work.
Thank you so much,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
partition your discomfort with sort of the narrative and thematic elements of a war to really like enjoy it. But you know,
think- I
Monster
think
Hunter is
for-
not unique in that way.
Green would really appreciate
I think
it
from my
if
end,
y'all
it's
just
just
start
like
sending
there's so
it
many
in
better
first like that.
stories you could do there. Like, sure, you could keep like you could do like an ecological story where it's like, oh, these are an invasive species like the lanternflies,
Yeah.
and you gotta kill them all. But also, they could just be demonic, or like
Yeah.
you could, or you could just have no story. It's like hunting them up, good yum.
Yeah, and it's like it's a mix of that because in a way, so for the Wilds like story, there in a way like the fleet is like assisting the like indigenous peoples of this land,
Because you want to see something really cool.
who up until now have been like
Thank you.
you know, not in contact with the you know, Hunters Guild and all that. And you are like helping in the extent that like the local like
Those also really cool
wildlife are behaving erratically or they're encroaching on human settlements and you need to hunt them.
because we're playing storyless,
An endless
and
supply
something
of
come
monsters
across,
that you
what are
can
called
hunt.
guardian monsters.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
monsters that are
So, like, you know, the
variants of,
fantasy, if
some
you-
of the monsters
if
we fought. So
you
this one is,
press
guardian
at
Dark
the,
there's a really cool mechanic that it has
premise
is that you'll
of a
notice
Monster
that
Hunter
the,
game,
wounds
even
come up
slightly,
more frequently, but
it,
also,
the you know
there
the
is
paperback
a
like falls
unique
apart.
animation that happens
But
when
Because it's not
the,
for
wound
that.
pops.
it's for
called the
this.
Wilk
It's for having
Yeah,
a
like-
turd
It's
play.
Called the Wilk burst.
And
Not to
Oh.
disparage
we're
whomever
not
is
gonna explain
writing
what-
on
we're
the
not
Monster
gonna
Hunter
explain
team,
what Wilk is.
but like
We're
I
gonna just
assume
let y'all use your
99% of the like
but what's
dev
really
time,
interesting
effort,
is
and
that
budget
Wilk
is
does
spent
give us
like
another
making this feel good.
Which
And-
it has
and,
to
like,
be, right? Because like if this doesn't feel good, why would you play the game?
Wilk?
And it
Yeah.
feels
Okay, so
so
like the entire time of this game, I want everyone
Yeah.
to play this game.
It's
by the
just
way.
like-
So
it's
this is my
a-
selling point. This is gonna.
What's the phenomenon where you see someone like experience like a
Well,
like a physical
That's
attack,
fine.
or where someone like experiences like something physically and you like sort of wince and sort of like an empathetic reaction? Is there like a term for that?
Oh
the game's
god.
Like, what's this mysterious like energy source
like-
called Wilk? Everyone's just
There
calling it
is, I'm
Wilk.
just not remembering
Like,
it.
Oh, it's so strange. It's so mysterious. Like,
Oh,
I don't know
God.
anything about it. And then you like
Like
get to the
being
place
so
and you find out
familiar
it's like,
with
oh, yeah, it's
like
wyvern milk. Like,
physical
what's in it?
sensation in the inputs
so it's
and
like
like
But secondhand
What I
embarrassment, I guess.
Monster Hunter.
If it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
though maybe like I would say just like secondhand whatever emotion you're going for exactly,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life
Sympathetic
It-
pain.
Like, why do I play this
Yeah,
game
like-
again? But yeah, that was
It
a
feels-
Metal Gear Solid 6, the empathetic pain.
so that was two of them.
They're multiplying.
I didn't.
You know what?
this.
Yeah.
This is not my fault.
yeah,
It's coming
because
from
like
you.
seeing like a
I'm
Jalbagel,
so
like
scared.
I
Usually what we'll do is we'll have a dung
have
pod,
like
or
so
a-
much like sort of the
a
like
dung pod
rhythms
separates
of these
monsters
games and like
we can
these
find them
monsters like
solo. We don't
internalized
have
from
that
like
here.
hunting them over and
Everyone
over.
just keeps
To
yelling.
Yeah.
be able to
Great.
see
Keep it up,
like
guys. You're doing awesome.
Jal
No, actually,
Bagel
what we usually do
execute
here
like
is,
guards
don't
and
let it come
parries.
here.
It's almost like
And we don't
I can like
cart.
feel it
That's
myself.
Yeah.
Like how that would feel if I was
Y'all
playing it.
figure it out.
Which is
Yeah,
which is
that's really
real
cool.
and
Feel it?
also
Yeah.
Can I do anything about
like,
this? Give me.
can make you better at games. Like, there's been a lot of times where, like, I will struggle on a boss fight for something, and we'll just watch somebody else do it, and I'm like, oh, that's how you do it well. I can do it, because, like, I have half of the muscle memory, and I just need to know what it's like to execute it.
Yeah, or like you just need to see like the concept of how to dodge a certain move or something like that, where it's like, oh, I hadn't tried that way of dodging it. That makes sense.
Like, I thought the timing was different or whatever.
Yeah.
So you'll have to go play Monster Hunter Wilds and let us know if you're better at it now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I feel like that's rare. Like us on the cast telling you to go play Monster Hunter Wilds rather than like, please go play Silk Song.
Please, thank you.
I wasn't sure how to like to respond emotionally to that. And like, what am I being asked to do?
So my partner is during between runs of Silksong and this, I went out and checked it on her, and she now has Crystal Dash.
Oh shit! Okay, got through that platforming gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah, incredibly impressively. Like I went out there and it was like a 10-minute period of time. She got it first time the platforming gauntlet.
Holy shit!
From like Crystal Peak through to the Crystal Dash. And
that's
like,
really
damn.
impressive. Like
I'm in bed with a true gamer.
I was gonna say like she's cracked. Like we're gonna be seeing her on the SGDQ stage next year.
Yeah. So this is also to say, Roxel, if she beats Silksong before you, you're gonna be replacing Pop. I'm just kidding. But like, you know.
I'm pretty sure we can get there.
That would open up so much of my week.
Excellent. All right. Go to ddq.gg/donate, donate to MSF, and support the bow or the lance. Again, around $2,500 to make it happen. I also have more love and more guesses.
But anyway, yeah, so I'm stuck on Lost Center.
Go ahead and do some more right
and
now.
I've just been opening it up here and there to.
Fantastic.
I think what I need to do is I need to live with that stinky food to get the nail upgrade.
Hi, Carol.
Yeah.
From DJ Johnny's sister-in-law.
Yeah. It helps.
It's hard, but it's doable.
Well, actually, what I heard you could do is just you can kill all the monsters on the lead up there and just not rest or fast travel, and you come back and you skip the stuff and just do the run.
Which you're talking about the yeah, that's doable. It's also like if you have all of the like the shortcuts unlocked on that run, there's only like 4 rooms that are really bad.
Yeah, you can dodge out of them. It's not that bad.
And like, yes, 4 rooms that are really bad is a lot, but it is also like it's doable. I think it's doable.
I'll say like
he's not playing on Switch though, so it's a PC axe.
Also, folks are doing great. The bow is now at $2,400.
A PC axe. So what is the deal with the Switch axe?
It's a sword that switches to an axe.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well,
okay.
An axe that switches to a sword to be more accurate.
So does it have like a button to switch it and then basically 2 different movesets, or?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay,
so,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so the flow of the weapon is you accumulate a resource in axe mode. Once you have enough of it, you switch into sword mode, and when you do sword mode, you can then do stuff like this, where you can jump on the monsters, stab them with your sword, and it will release an explosive.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, into the monster. It's a very, very fun. It's sort of like the gunlands equivalent, like melee weapons.
Joel Bagel just said like the optimal way to play Switch Axe is something called full release spam, which
yeah, so full release spam is the
oh yeah, so that was full release / okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be trying to like line that up as much as we can.
So yes, basically you're just doing a lot of full release, a lot of sort of explosive damage.
I also did upgrade my armor. I notably got.
It's a weapon that like I haven't been able to jive with. I think like something about the mobility just really doesn't do it for me.
That was one of my questions I was going to ask you. Is like, what are the weapons that like you struggle the most with?
It's weird because in a way that like
I deal extra damage.
So chat's kind of caught on to the idea of, okay, we need to get all of the weapons in.
Folks, the bow is less than a
Yeah.
by the switch axe.
The
We
bow's
need to get
getting
it
close.
up
What?
$100 more. Make it
Like,
happen, chat.
I think chat's gonna be
right now,
donating
maybe
for like
perhaps,
each
like, I don't
weapon.
know.
Very, very soon. Come on,
At some
get
point.
bow up, please.
I swear
But
I'm
I will
not actually
ask.
throwing- not
I'm
really
about to put in a
so you don't have to
donation
suffer
for the
it.
cast.
We're fine.
What weapons should we donate for next? The other
What are
ones.
the remaining ones?
So we've got switch axe right now. Bow's about to take over. Longsword we've already done. Charge blade we've already done. Dual blades we've already done. So there's lance, sword and shield, and heavy bowgun.
We've done greatsword. I don't think we've done one.
Why don't we-
We're gonna hit all 14 this run.
Oh, I don't think
You
we've
were
done
earlier
longsword.
hype
You're
about
right.
heavy bowgun. Why don't we donate to that?
Uh-oh.
Heavy bowgun is currently in the is currently last. So
But we,
it needs the donation.
In the run, I will be donating an
What should our
additional
message be?
$500
I don't
to
know.
MSF, so I would love to be able to do that.
I don't. They haven't been
We'll only
reaching.
do it
They haven't been
if y'all
reading out
can-
very many
if y'all
messages
can
this
keep
run.
that
But like, I don't know.
incentive.
Do either of you have a good pun
Let's
to
keep
throw in
seeing
real
more
quick?
fun weapons, right? And we're actually starting to get to like some of my more enjoyed weapons, and like heavy bowgun also being kind of at the end is really cool.
How about heavy
Heavy
bow fun?
bow. Pun?
We're on the right track for our next swap, so we need to throw a
I've
little
got one
bit
that's even
ahead here,
worse.
folks. We're
More like
playing
heavy
4D
bow
chess
fun.
while Jal is playing Monhan Wild.
Yeah, yeah.
We're using it for this
Yeah.
next
HRT
mission.
delivered
The
through
switch out
HDG.
to
I'm doing
is in
it.
second place, but Longsword is just $100 behind that.
Pull the trigger on that heavy
Touched that
bowgun.
Longsword at all. So
All right.
support the
Oh, God.
Longsword
Going-
a little
going
bit
through the
more.
PayPal
Maybe
UI
the
to get
dual
this
blades up.
donation in.
Oh no, not dual blades. We use those. Sorry, I'm doubling up here.
We're good, we're good.
Get the lance. The lance is the next one. So okay,
Yeah,
got
chat
that,
is
got
like,
that. Right,
Cole
we need
was
the
saying,
longsword, then the
we need to
lance,
figure this
chat.
out. The bow.
Okay.
For the bow.
So, like,
But to go back to your
I do
question,
technically
Z,
have a weapon that I can try to do.
Bagel.
mobility is such
Am I
like
doing
a
it?
tricky
Bagel, hear me
thing,
out. I
and I
will
think it's really
donate
sort of key in like how like a weapon will
$50.
interact with me.
Okay, go on.
If you can get the
So like
dodge.
for instance, like
Okay. I mean, I gotta
the
go for it.
bow
then.
is
Yeah, you
really
have to.
attractive
I
to
will
me
donate 50 if
because
you
it's
whiff
a very
and
sort of
100
like
if you hit it.
fluid.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You can
Alright.
like
No
dodge through
win-win
attacks like you're
situation.
seeing
If
right
anyone
now
at
for
home wants to
Jalbagel.
match that,
Well,
that's a great opportunity
like-
for more ways to
but
support
it's
Doctors
still,
Without
like,
Borders.
So what,
There's
what
just
they're
like a
alluding
risk to it
Jindahad,
because
this
you
is-
need to
okay,
be
let me- I'm-
still
we've got so
keyed
much-
in
all right,
and
let's
aware of
go
your
back. Let's go back. So back in
even if like you're able to like
January, right?
juke
this game came
and
out
dive
February,
and like switch
2025, they
switch out your
these things called
places.
story missions. No,
But then on the other end of the
we
spectrum, I
have
love
to
weapons like
do
the
the
gun
last 5
lance and the
story
great
missions
sword.
now because the game is great.
Even though
and
they
it
are
didn't
like
include
slow,
the last,
pondering,
three of the
like
last
they're slow and
monsters
ponderous.
as
They still like
3 of the last monsters as optional quests.
in that like
in
limited
low rank.
like
So to be able to do this
range
showcase,
of
we do
mobility, you're able
unfortunately
to
have
find
some
opportunities for
story missions,
very
and this is one of
slick
them.
movements.
But Jindahad is
And also, I
our
think it's like
apex
it's a
of
reduction
the-
of sort of the variables you
Okay,
have
we're
to
fine.
account for. Because
Sorry,
if you
that was
know
a-
you can't like
That looks like that was
dodge-
very close.
Yeah, very, very
I
close.
apologize in advance for
bow
what
is very
noise
much
comes out of
a
me. You can't
dodge
control
the
it.
last
I know
second
you
kind
all
of
understand.
weapon.
But we have to do the
As you
story
can see
missions
right
because they
there.
just don't exist as
Which
options.
Yeah.
you
And I
want to
love
dodge
showing
for a
these off
second,
because there's some
like
really
through
cool. Look at this guy.
moves,
Come
because you
on.
can
He's so cool. He's a big
increase
like,
your charge,
He's a
which
CPU cooler.
He is a CPU cooler. Yeah, he is like
bow
canonically
you
a
basically
radiator.
Yeah.
pull back, you
So if
charge
y'all
your
need
shot,
one,
you
here we go.
release, you get a different kind of shot.
But he is like big. He's aggressive.
so
He's annoying.
dodging
we've
through
gotta,
attacks, you're able
like,
to increase
use
your
wounds against
but,
him a lot. I have no idea how to fight this guy
it's
with
the
bow, so we're gonna be
middle
here for a bit.
ground for me. Is
It sounds like
You're
Jalbagel is also like just said, I have no idea how to fight this guy with bow.
it is
Good job, chat. We did it.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
It was actually to circle back on a point we talked about earlier about Jindahad, which is the monster that Jalbagel is fighting right now.
Folks, chat is
Yeah.
showing up. The
Jindahad
longsword
actually
has jumped into
utilizes,
first place at just over
Aggro mechanics.
Interesting.
where-
Okay.
Yeah, basically the
After that, we
if
need
you
to
keep
get up to
striking
now
Jindahad
second
in the head,
place,
you'll
folks,
get
is the lance.
aggro,
So we
and you
gotta keep
can lead
Longsword where it is
Jindahad
and
into like
have
different
Lance be ready to supplant
areas of
it
the map
after
that you
this
can
fight,
then use
okay?
for like environmental damage.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, a question that I have, just from like the quest UI, most of the quests have said something like hunt the insert monster name. This one says repel the Jindahad. Like, is this a different type of quest? Is this a different type of monster?
security
So,
gauge. So you'll see right there in the
repel
bottom right
is
corner,
a
there's a little colored
okay.
gauge there. So basically,
So
in order
conventionally,
to
you
do or to get more
either
coatings or to refill on your coatings, you need
okay.
to
There are
expand
capture
the trick
quests where
gauge.
you need to capture the monster. There are
Yeah.
hunting
In order
quests where
to
you
get
can
more trick
capture
gauge,
or
you either
kill the
need to do
monster.
more
Okay.
attacks, or
There
you
are
need to do
slay
what's called the
quests where you
discerning
have
Have
dodge,
to
which is
kill.
that
Okay.
perfect
And
time
repel.
dodge that Bagel used a little earlier to
Repel
dodge
is
attacks,
more
like right there.
of a contrived
Not only
kind
does that
of
act
quest.
as
That's
a
more about
as
it
a
happens like in
iframe,
like a
but it
narrative
also
moment,
refills
more
your
so than
gauge,
it's
and
like
it also
Okay,
refills your
okay.
stamina. So it's
repel.
kind of like a
Like
threefold
for Jindahad, I think in
function
this
right there.
one,
So, but
you
just like Gold
don't
Blades, it actually uses
kill
quite a bit
Jindahad
of
in this
stamina
initial
because, you know,
quest.
you gotta
Okay.
throw out a lot of attacks.
Like repel him,
You
so
can see
you're
right
not
there
going to
every time
carve
he
him
does
up
like
at
the
the
power
end.
shot.
But when you
It
start
uses a lot of stamina in
hunting
addition to when he does
Jindahad,
the
you do
dodge
actually kill them,
steps.
carve up his body.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
little bit of a
Got it.
balance,
So
yeah.
so it's sort of like
Gauge,
this is a first quest, there
the
will be a
discerning,
follow-up.
or right
Repel
when you're
is
doing your
like
attacks, you run
a
out of
secret
coatings, you
third
refill
thing,
them, and rinse
essentially,
repeat.
which is
You
just like
gotta
the
watch
quest
that
ends.
stamina usage, and,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
think
Okay.
there are.
Do you guys want to talk about Olivia?
There are some
really quickly?
exceptions to that. I
That's a
think
good
there are some like
transition.
raid
You
type
guys wanna talk about Olivia
monsters
for a
where
second?
you
Yeah,
don't
so Monster
actually
Hunter Wilds
kill the
introduces
monster,
really
you
awesome another
repel it
awesome
because
mechanic. I know
it's
so
like
many awesome
such
mechanics
a
in this game.
titanic
They introduced this really
force.
awesome mechanic of support
Sort
hunters.
of
Yeah.
Support
Rose
hunters
is one
that,
example of that from Monster Hunter
if you are
World,
deciding to do
where
like
boy too
run
big, boy
or
too
you
big
wanna
to
play the
kill,
game
boy
by yourself,
boy a mountain. You
get these
can't kill the
additional
mountain.
can't
Mountain,
kill a
you are
mountain.
support hunters.
You got
So,
to
yeah,
repel the
Olivia
mountain.
and
You
each of the support
can't
hunters
kill.
have a
Big
main
boy
You
too
can,
big.
you can kill mountains in
Olivia
Shadow of the
is a hammer
Colossus.
main. She likes the big boss.
That is true. You can in fact kill mountains in Shadow of the Colossus. I mean, geologically speaking, you can kill mountains. It just takes a very long time and a lot of glaciers.
So she got a KO for us a little bit
And
earlier there.
Yeah,
It's actually, like,
or a lot of dynamite.
or
one of the
that, yeah.
disappointing-
Jihad.
One of the disappointing things
I don't think you should, though.
Yeah.
You know, selling my PS5 to Nintendo is the fact that I never finished the remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
I can finish it in your honor.
Oh, please do.
I also don't know
I-
who he is. So
I also I find it a little bit funny that we have this like very tense, very cinematic, very like dangerous fight right here. And in chat, there's like, Annapurna is releasing a new like chill puzzle game. Buy it on October whatever. Like, it's just a very funny juxtaposition.
Wait, what's the chill puzzle game? Say more.
They've been it's one of the sponsors of GDQ, or Annapurna is, I assume.
Yeah.
But like they've played a few ads for it. I'll be honest, I do not actually know much about the game. I just know that they've been hyping it over the course of the marathon. It does, like, I don't know, it sounds interesting to me. It's one of those that I'll probably check out the reviews when it comes out, because it seems interesting. But I don't know much about it. It's called Detopia, if I remember correctly.
That you're able to dodge. And I mean,
Utopia.
By the way, anyone in chat currently watching, if you want to help us make sure that all of the weapons happen, please go to gdq.gg/donate. That is how you can donate. If you are new to GDQ, an important thing to note: the donations, like GDQ is like a charitable organization, obviously, but like the donations go straight to Médecins Sans Frontières, go straight to Doctors Without Borders. Like, you are giving directly to one of the best charitable causes out there if you go to gdq.gg/donate. There's no middleman here. It goes straight to GDQ. Or sorry, there's no middleman here. It goes straight to MSF.
Wait, is he going to dodge through this?
Apparently.
Holy shit, what? What?
Nope. I think that is.
The answer was no.
That's what it looks like when you don't dodge through it.
This is a guy.
Yeah.
This is a guy. Oh, man.
When you die, where do you think you're gonna get carted back to?
You know, it's kind of a
Like in real life.
you should try that at home.
Yeah.
It's really
I know.
cool. Then you show your friends.
Wherever the people I
As we
love
return
are.
to the boss, the bid war is still
Damn.
heating up. We have
I was
Sword
That's deep.
Shield
a joke
and
answer.
Lance are both contenders for taking over after
I think when we die, we're gonna get carted back to a certain bar whose name I'm not going to say
Polantaris, who said,
Yeah.
for doxing reasons.
Cheers bar.
Where everybody knows our name, even though it like no longer exists. I think that's still where we're gonna get carded back to.
Yeah. I imagine the carding back is gonna be very intro to Skyrim.
It is.
Getting carded back where they
No!
did not card
Okay.
No! It happened twice!
Just whatever that sounds like, that's it.
Yeah, he looks
I even joked about that. I joked about the afterlife being Skyrim. It wasn't a joke. The afterlife is Skyrim.
Oh, it is my
It's true. Yeah, that's where we all go when we die. That's why they have to add so many mods so you can have different kinds of afterlives.
It's a massive multiplayer experience.
I could give a hint.
So the afterlife is EOS.
There he goes.
Yep.
I'll give a hint in the form of
Oh wow, I can use flashbang. Hanging on there. Okay, nice. I didn't know
He
that.
floats like a dragonfly and stings
Boy.
not really like a bee.
Fine.
I think Skyrim could use a gun lance. I also think that would be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I think okay. So one thing,
This was your
I'd love to
choice.
eventually be able to
You
talk
decided
about
to
this.
do
I'm just
that.
not sure how I could coordinate the proper subject matter expert to speak about this during the talk. But there is a really, I mean, obviously, there's a really robust like modding community from Skyrim, but the expansions that are continuing to get the release and supported for Skyrim have been really interesting recently, and come into.
Bo is still in second place.
And conflict isn't the right word, but it's basically sort of the controversy and the like ambivalent relationship of the creation system. Not the creation system, like the creation. Yeah, I think it's like a creations. Bethesda's like proprietary mod platform where you can like install mods like on Xbox directly through the creation system.
Great news. It's
A
something we
lot
still
of
have used. The long
modders, big
swords.
modders, have started pivoting to that system rather than releasing directly on
There are
Nexus
3 more
because,
weapons we
well,
have
they
to
can
use
actually get
after
financially
this to get
compensated
that
from it.
full clean sweep. We need the
Which
sword and
you can
shield,
say,
we
well,
need the lance, we need the heavy bow
people
gun. So
who
essentially, we want
like
each
their
of
mods
those to get
will
the
financially
first,
support
second,
you.
and third.
They say
And then we gotta do a little
pretty
juggling.
please,
We
they
can get them
promise, they
there
pinky
over
promise
this
that
next
it'll donate
match.
to your coffee or Patreon.
This is not a sport, this is Monster Hunter. Over
That's
this
not really
next
the case.
hunt,
So you actually have a lot of big modders who are releasing these huge expansions or these really like big mods, not directly on Nexus, but through the creation system.
Oh, we got it. Thank you. Oh
And
my God, there's
this all leads me back to the point I was going to make. You can install a creation into Skyrim now that will get you an arquebus.
He has a little friend.
Look at his frog.
Huh.
Damn.
That was a long way for a very short point, but also I guess you're right.
We got a frog on a
There
pig.
is a joke category.
Frog?
Oh, that's a
Frog and a
poogie.
hog.
We got a frog on a pig.
It's a poogie.
It's just
A frog on a poog.
Yeah, it's a poogie. Yeah.
I like how there was a little exclamation point over the pig,
Yeah.
as if like there's a Metal Gear Solid alert.
That would be.
So that's very
How many pets
important.
can we get?
Pets can we get?
You just wouldn't serve like a cultural moment.
That's
Yeah, I felt it.
incredible
Poogie
news, folks.
power. So if you can see,
Sword
like
and Shield is now
in the
first
chat,
place.
people are going for Poogie power, good Poogie.
People donated for this.
switch my weapon.
Yeah. So the Sword and Shield is so good. Oh man, Sword and Shield is so freaking good in this
That
game.
is
Oh
down
my
at
god.
8th place. So keep Sword and Shield
But the
up there.
Poogie
Get
is
some
basically
love to the heavy
it's a
outlaw
pet pig
gun.
you have
Bow
throughout
gun.
games.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Very different.
What you would do before you would hunt is you would pet your Poogie, and it would be good luck to get the drop that you would want at the end of the
Get that up there
quest.
along with the lance and keep the Sword and Shield. Thank you, chat and crowd.
I also have to call out the
Between the weapon names and the monster
mispronunciation
names, there's just so
from
many
the
mistakes.
stream
It's
where they said
I
heavy
love it.
blowgun. Very lanky coded.
Was there.
Another one for me.
Our patron saint at the top right of the stream.
So we
Yes,
are
yes.
like in story progress now.
Watching over us,
so
just like a Poogie.
This is story that's happening.
Info
and
dump,
there's-
info dump.
And, like,
We
Those
got
are
stuff.
large grapes that Lanky's spitting out. Like, that is a heavy
The nice
blowgun.
thing that we get to show off with
Yeah.
storyless percent is actually why we do storyless percent, because the game is littered with this stuff, like constantly. The nice thing though is that we only have to do it like 3 or 4 times
Cat
here,
is,
and then we just
the
kind
cat
of
is
go
throwing
on.
a
But
fuss.
if you have any more donations,
Sounds like a cat.
we have a lot more walking.
It seems so. We're at this point a solid like 2/3 of the way through the run based on estimate. So we do like some of these weapons got to catch up.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield got there. We had Longsword.
No, it looks like he's using longsword.
Okay, so Longsword was ahead at the end of last. Longsword must have been ahead at the end of the last one, and now Sword and Shield is taken over for the next weapon.
That's all I wanted to say.
I think that's true.
Absolutely. We also got 25.
And what's the
Shield,
current
Longsword,
status of the? What's the
Go
current
for the
status? I'm
Lance.
gonna go back to the
Yo,
donate page
we
just to
can
see.
do this.
We can.
Yeah,
The only
so-
one trailing
I will
by
say,
far
though,
is
if
the
you
heavy
save
blowgun.
Yeah,
Thank
heavy blowgun.
Yeah, because we've seen dual blades already. Yeah, so actually the heavy bowgun is like the only one that needs to like Sword and Shield is going to catch up. Like we're gonna see Sword and Shield, and heavy bowgun's the only one left after that. I think.
This is the air quotes storyless
I think.
part of the run.
No, it hasn't
Okay,
been
I'd love to
Lance.
see it. So just to make
So-
sure
Oh, there's
that
also
we
Lance.
have
Okay, so
Gunless
Lance.
Lance.
So I imagine people are
Gunless
gonna
Lance
focus on
first.
Lance
We now
after
have
Sword and
Lance in
Shield, and then
second
heavy
place,
bowgun
just
needs
$200
a decent
behind
amount of
that,
money
so that's
towards it. But like,
fantastic.
there's a lot
And
of
the
people
last
in
one
chat.
we
It'll
need,
happen.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah,
our part.
it'll be fine.
We did our part. We
It's
already
still in
donated
their
towards the heavy
last
blowgun.
list. So, and right now,
Yeah.
sorry, I've lost the thread. Which weapon are we on track to use? We're on track to use the.
We're using longsword.
Using longsword.
Yeah, we got longsword for this. So
What happens if we do use each of them?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
we don't know yet. We just know it's going to be a surprise of
Mystery,
some sort.
mystery. I
Yeah.
do like a surprise.
So happy for you to be at SGDQ showing off Monster Hunter. Love you so much.
Yeah.
Also,
One second,
SNS
I'm going
donors,
go on mute real
rise
quick.
up.
Go for it.
I thought this was Monster Hunter Wilds, not.
So this is these are
See, I know enough about Monster Hunter.
these are like
Okay.
quests that don't
thank
seem to
you
involve a
also
hunt.
to username equals pants.
Hey, that's
It
me.
might just be
$10
story
said
quest.
More
That's
like
me.
heavy bow fun.
Let's go. They
I
read
think
my
you're right.
donation.
Sorry,
Oh my god!
So
I can't laugh at your jokes anymore. I'm so sorry.
Keep the heavy bowgun love coming.
The
We
one
gotta
for-
get
for-
that up to, like,
for the
30
pod?
to make
Yes.
sure we actually cycle through everything, folks.
Hell yeah!
They just read it. Oh, that's so funny.
So longsword is basically the younger sibling to the greatsword. So as you guys can see right here, we have a.
I did
Shout
not think
out.
they were. I did not think they were gonna take that one. That's so funny. That's easily the worst donation I've ever made to this marathon.
That's how you. That's how it gets read, though. You know.
Yeah.
I've heard plenty of terrible donations in my years.
I mean, I know I've told. While you were off mic, they read the donation that I put in, the heavy bow fun one.
From red to yellow to white. The reason why you want your red
Starting to like
is so that you can
starting to do the push for heavy bow gun.
so that you can do those attacks.
But
It makes sense. Yeah.
But as a lot of us longsword
I was saying that's easily the worst donation I've put into this marathon over like many years at this point, which makes perfect sense that that's one that they chose to read.
It's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think I've told you the
Sometimes
story.
I will overthink a pun.
Yeah.
And like,
I've
sometimes
done
you just
that.
need
And
to
I've
throw 'em
gotten
out.
some of those read before. I don't know if I've told you the story. Have I ever told you the story of like how I got a person perma banned from twitch.tv/games done quick by accident? Okay. So it was, and sadly I don't have the text of it anymore. But it was one of the like donation memes that was like really popular at the time and is still reasonably popular now. Was in an RPG, like especially a JRPG, doing a big donation that has like a bunch of character names as really bad puns. Like this was Golden Sun 2, so like one of the puns was like, I feel excited about like
Yeah.
that level of pun, right? Like they're very bad.
And forced
Yes.
transitions, like HP forced transition.
And so there were like 5 or 6 character names. Like it was a whole paragraph of a donation, and like none of the puns were good. None of the puns were even approaching
What's
good.
that? Meat puppet.
And
Yeah.
they read that one, and someone in chat got so mad. They were like, I can handle just about, like, I can handle basically any donation. Just like, can we fucking stop with the puns? And like, obviously that message got deleted because it included swear words.
Yeah.
And like, they got really mad at that and like just kept harping on the point. And at one point, one of the moderators was like, hey, like, this is like a charity, like they donated to charity. You need to leave it alone, and you need to just like let people have a normal experience in chat where they're not seeing someone rage the whole time. Like, I'm being nice right now, but I will ban you if I have to. And of course, they did not calm down, and they got permanently banned from twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick.
Rest in peace. You annihilated somebody with the Hammer of Dawn.
Oh my god.
Sorry, the Hammer of Pun.
And like, and like this was like a person who had like subscribed to the channel to be able to use chat. Like,
yeah.
So I like, that is maybe the best thing that I've ever done with my words. I say, like, I have a book coming out later this year. That's a lot less impressive in my opinion.
Anybody can write a book. Unfortunately, a lot of people have written books.
Unfortunately, a lot of people have written some real bad books. That's
Not everybody can delete somebody out of Twitch.
No.
So, folks, all right, your last bit of homework. All we need to do is keep.
Listen, it's never the first person who gets the flag called on.
We don't need to get them involved in anything else except the ones that are.
Look, I made a donation to charity and they read it out. That's all I'm saying. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry.
I would like to say that our donation for Heavy Bow Fun is not why it's now in the lead. I will claim that fully on us.
Yeah. So someone heard that donation and was like, we need to get that done so that we never have to hear another donation about it.
You know what?
I know you wanted it last.
I did kind of want it last, but I will take it for Jay-Woo.
All right, chat. That means that we are in a great position to get Sword and Shield or
Oh,
Lance
people are
above
complaining
Heavy
about
Bowgun.
the
Either of
game
them
runs
could
in
do it.
PC
Just
again.
2 more hunts after this one, and we can do the full clear. Honestly, at this point, if we full
These are
clear,
not a lot better.
I'll donate $100 myself, and maybe
there you
I'll
go.
learn why.
Oh.
All right,
Oof,
let's go
yeah,
for
it
it,
was.
folks.
Go for it. And what's better than more money for Dr. Lab Order? I think nothing.
What other platforms is it
I
on?
don't think there's anything better.
It's on
And chat, if you want to join in
PlayStation
on the fun, if we
5,
get this full clear,
Xbox
maybe
Series
try donating another
X
$50
and
to
it
MSF
is
yourself, okay?
going to be
I
coming
think
out
we
for
can
Switch
get there.
2.
We're so
Nice.
very
Oh,
I
wow.
believe in you, chat.
Yeah.
You guys got this.
Switch 2 is
No, you're okay.
So I don't know
a whole lot
Bogans
of
that
AAA
well.
gaming happen on it.
And I have
Yeah,
an
no
absolutely
kidding.
amazing
Yeah.
friend who
This is a recent one, it looks like. Is it just the PC release was 2025, or is it like, is this like a very recent game?
So I'm gonna do this.
Oh yeah,
for
no.
everybody.
So
Spread,
they released
spread, yep, okay, there
simultaneously
we go.
on PC.
Ignition Upgrade, yep, that's right.
for
Wyvern
World
Cares,
and
I got
Rise,
that
they
one,
both were
and
This is a new
released
game.
we did
Okay,
it.
so yeah, it's just a recent game then.
I
Cool.
remembered something.
Yeah.
For once, okay,
Shout
yeah,
out
so,
Switch 2.
Shaywoo's a little bit of an awkward
The last
fight,
console to ever be made.
Because this kind of it starts you.
God.
It's a story mission,
The
right?
last
Starts you in front
one
of the
you
monster.
ever
We usually
need,
do a
because it's
really
the
cool
last one
opener
you will
where you
ever
put down
be
a
able
trap
to
and you can't
afford.
see it, and it
I
pops off the
guess
ground.
actually the Steam
Surprise.
Machine did come out
But
after the
this is
Switch 2,
storyless, and I
so
don't get to do that because I'm switching my
and
weapons.
it's kind of a console
So
if you
before we
squint at
fight
it.
Shaywoo, I gotta change my weapon, but I will still use that
It's-
shock
it's-
trap.
it's
We're
console
still
if
gonna
you
try to like
squint at
lock
it,
him down in position.
which
This
you're
monster
gonna
has
really
forced
squint once you
transitions,
see, like,
forced HP transitions,
that charge
where
that you're
he
checking.
will not take damage during them.
God,
There's one that he does take
imagine the
damage
world
during,
in which
but I
that had
don't want him to,
released 1 year
because I just want
prior,
to, like, move this
and
along as
the
fast as
prices they
possible.
would have been
We're
released
using
at.
Heavy
Yeah,
Bowgun
like
now, and Heavy
750
Bowgun is
or
kind of like
800
Light Bowgun,
pound,
where
man.
you have
It's
this.
just-
This is
I mean,
not
also imagine the terrible world in which the Switch 2 released 1 year later.
Right.
God.
So here's
have
Heavy
a
Bowgun.
special
More like
ammo,
P-nopia.
This one is the Wyvern Pierce,
Poknopia,
it's called.
yeah. There's like
Yeah.
Pokopia could never ever work on Switch 1. There's just no world.
No.
Ammo is great on it, and it's
Legend
So
ZA
Pokopia
couldn't work
again.
on Switch 1 either. Like,
this is not
It didn't.
the best Heavy Bowgun.
I believe that,
It's just
yeah.
the Heavy Bowgun that we have access to now.
Like,
Yeah,
Scarlet and
exactly.
Violet didn't work on Switch 1. Like,
We are just doing raw
Think how good
spread
Scarlet and
damage. It's
Violet
like
would have
kind of the
been
best
if
setup
it
that we
was
can
actually
get.
like released.
So we don't
they
have to
are.
worry
They're amazing games, like, on a console that can actually handle them.
heavy bow gun.
Yeah, you
That's
know,
about all
without
of
the
my knowledge on heavy
cinematic
bow
like
gun, so
frame
I'm just
rate.
gonna aim at
Yeah.
it and keep pulling right trigger.
Yeah, without the single-digit frames per second.
Yeah, sweet. I think I have
You know,
some
if
information
they
on the heavy
only
bowgun.
like
Before I
released
read
it
that,
in
make
like,
sure, folks, we need to get
you
Sword
know,
and Shield
Is this
War
a
Lance
is this a
above
land
the
octopus?
21 by
only
like 1 by
$200 away.
9 like
So
aspect
go to
ratio, whatever the cinematic
ddq.gg/donate
aspect ratio
or
is,
use
it
the
would have really
Twitch
like solved the
charity
effect.
tool.
I like how the bow was like, I'm going to give you like 5 hits of 15 damage, and the heavy bow gun is like, I'm gonna give you 8,000 hits of 15 damage.
$500 from
So
Planet
yeah, the
Terrain.
heavy bow gun is basically
The
a
information
machine
is as
gun, a
follows.
sniper rifle, and a cannon,
Nailed it.
and a mortar.
That was very educational. Thank you. We also have
all
a
wrapped
Wow.
up in one.
poem.
Yeah, so right
from
now,
you two also.
decent spread
A
ammo,
poem
which
guess
is
for
like
a poem hint.
Okay.
We've guessed a
there's a
few
lot of
monsters,
mechanics I could sort
but
of get
there are
into, sort of the
more. I
nuances
think the
of the
secret monster
heavy bow
is one of
gun.
the fated
But
four. And of
the cool
them,
thing
this
you
one
see
flies
what's
and
happening right now
stings
is
the
like, yeah,
most.
you can
Is your
block
secret monster
with a heavy bow gun.
Hasta
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Let's go.
Oh.
Like I'm not. I don't usually associate a machine gun with having good blocking capabilities, but I also have never hunted an octopus, so
Incredible.
I'm gonna borrow that by the way.
Yeah.
This is the second octopus we were
I'm gonna remix it.
hunting. This
Yeah,
one
that
is
was
basically
excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that is correct.
Thank you.
So we have
octopus,
two
but
guesses,
put
we have two
knives
guesses
on
left.
its
Tentacles
tentacles.
and fletches.
I mean,
You wanna give a hint?
I feel like
Yeah.
if octopuses were around knives more
I think this
often,
is
they would
what-
want that. Like that
No,
feels very correct to nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that was entry in the franchise, isn't it?
1, 2,
Monster
3,
Hunter
4.
World.
Yeah, those are six.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like Jalabagel's mainly going for spread ammo,
I can't quote my
which I
sources.
assume is just because it has the highest DPS if you land all the hits.
My friend, please. Thank you.
So
It is a monster
spread works
introduced
a
in
lot
the fifth
much better than
generation, so
like
Monster
Pierce
Hunter
ammo in
World,
this
Iceborne,
situation. So
Rise
if
Yeah.
you have like a really long
Okay,
monster
great.
like a
So, another guess, folks,
like
and
the
if we got,
Pierce
can
is
you remind me
going
what
to
the
be better
reward
in
is if
terms
chat
of
can guess
DPS
this?
compared to
Okay, so it's like this one doesn't have a need for Pierce, so spread ammo is just better because you get the multi hits. Okay. Makes sense, yeah. And it also looks like it's easier to get like one of them to hit like one or more of them to hit the weak spot.
And like, you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
we'll worry
Yeah.
about that on Monday.
So
That
keep
makes
the guesses
sense.
coming in. Keep those
Yeah, I
coming.
was really
Sword and
actually
Shield's
like
where it needs to be in
tempted
first
to
place.
main
Let's get
heavy
Lance to be in
bowgun.
first or second, because then all we'll have to do is do the next hunt with one of those and swap them.
God,
Oh
that's
my
freaking
gosh,
sweet.
wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah,
bowgun.
I mean it looks sweet. Like this is
We are almost done with
this
Shane.
is kind of like a
last
very
area we're gonna
tactical
fight
back and forth
today.
fight.
Excuse me, second to last, the next area.
But also
so
you
right
just
now
like
he's using a
machine gun them,
It's the
which is
same
cool.
attack. The next area is where we're going to be able to
Using there.
capture it. So we are almost
Yeah.
done. But
I
once
think
again, like, you
the
just gotta,
thing
like,
about
leave.
heavy bowgun and
And then
light
we are on
bowgun
to
that always sort of like puts me
legitimately
off
the
is
two
it
coolest
feels like
fights of
something
the
you have to
entire
commit to early on. Like that
Interesting,
has to be a
okay.
decision you make. Say I'm going to do
Peppering you.
this.
I'm a little too far away, but that's fine.
because
We're gonna get a close up.
The ammo management.
And close up. All right, there we go.
It's not just the
That's
ammo.
that's
God, unload
17
straight in the
damage,
face,
but,
like
on
a shotgun
7
straight in the
shots
face.
is really good.
And there's a transition.
It's the like
Okay.
there are different like
We're not done yet.
modifiers you can
One
put
more.
on your heavy
If
bowgun.
only
Uh-huh.
I could say
There
I've never
are,
carded here
like,
before. Alas.
different
you do have to now capture the
levels
monster,
to the
but he's not
ammo.
quite at 30%.
Not
He's at
every
30, like,
heavy
3 or
bowgun can use
35
the
or
same
something, and I've
ammo.
absolutely put the,
There's like the special
track
like
and strengths down,
firing
just
mode
didn't
you can
do enough
activate.
damage.
So there's like
I don't do
a
that,
lot of
when
stuff
I'm
that's
playing
like
weapons I just don't know how to use that well. So we're gonna
that goes
do a little bit of a
into
sneaky sneak here.
like a
Gonna
heavy
come up, do a
bowgun
surprise
that I
attack.
think
I'm going to
if you
be
start
looking
off with
out
it's
for
like
that,
very
skull
satisfying.
icon, and we're gonna get that
But
trap down
it's
as
like
fast as possible. This is a free like
there's
200
like
damage. Yeah, there we go.
so much that goes in it.
Shot there.
Boom.
That
That
shot entirely. Guard this. I do and guard that apparently. He does
which
that
is
once.
originally what I was going to do when Monster Hunter World came
but I am
out.
trying to
Like,
just line
I
up-
mained
oh,
like
not this.
bowgun, but then I switched to bow
I am
shortly
trying to line
after.
up these,
It's a
these
sort of a
Viper Pierce
simplified
shots to try to
ranged
go down
weapon. There's
the
less
majority of his body.
item
That's why
management.
it's not that good against
But, you
this
know,
fight. Like, there's
once I really got
definitely
into
better
Great
options. Please
Sword
look at your fighting
with
dog.
Rise,
Hey,
it just
dog. Yo, dog,
the simplicity of like a melee
What's the dog
weapon,
doing?
especially something like
What
the Great
the
Sword,
dog
which is
doing?
just
His best,
dodge,
apparently.
I'm not doing anything.
big strike, and go about your business.
All right, there we go.
Perfect.
It's just really
That's okay,
refreshing and like
We got that.
hard to pivot from that to something that's more finicky like the heavy bowgun.
Yeah.
I'm running out of
Would you
superlatives
recommend
to
if
use
somebody
folks at how
is wanting to get
fantastic
into
you
this
are.
game for
Our
them to
first
like
place weapon is now
find
the
a favorite
Lance at
weapon early on, or like switch
$3,965?
around as they go
One
throughout?
final
I think
assignment.
the
All
thing
we
you
need
want to do
now is get
is
the sword and shield to first place in the bid war, and we'll have done.
so the tutorial of every
single
single like
weapon
Monster Hunter game is
across
basically
this
you know
run. And donate even more
the
money
game as it's
to
released, and then
MSF.
eventually you
Oh
get the
my gosh, folks,
expansion,
it's the home stretch.
and then
Mhm.
you know the tutorial is over.
Gonna do it.
Um,
do it.
but yeah, to
so
be
next weapon is
less
Lance,
flip about
yes.
that.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
In low
so
rank,
I
I think
want
that's a
y'all to
good time
know
to
this
really
is the
sort of kind of
coolest Lance
experiment
matchup. It's
with
actually
like
the coolest
different
every
weapons,
weapon matchup,
because then you can
but this is the
like
coolest Lance matchup.
try out
Lance
different
is
things
exactly what
early
you think it is.
enough
It's a
where
big,
you're not so focused
Lance,
on
right?
farming,
Big poke,
optimizing
really
your
big
build,
shield,
and you're
and a
really
lot of
you know
people kinda look
fixating
at
on
that and
end
go,
game,
"That doesn't seem
where
very
the familiarity
I'm
with the
gonna
weapon you've
show
been
you
using
differently,
sort of solidifies
because
into a
this weapon
habit
is
and makes it difficult to
awesome. In the
pivot.
right hand,
Yeah.
it
So I
does so many
think
cool
you know
things.
mess around with a different bunch of
Yeah.
different weapons when you
Yeah.
sort of start off with a new Monster Hunter game, get a feel for things, see what you're really drawn to.
Especially
And then,
in
you know,
Wilds,
eventually
it
you're going to
doesn't
fall in
have the
love with
same,
what you fall in love
tools and
with.
resources as all the other
Fun
weapons. It
thing
definitely
to
underperforms
do.
the end game.
Ooh,
But in
look for
any
arc
percent,
belts
it
that we're
actually
actually
kind of
getting
rips.
towards.
Because,
Oh
you know,
no,
we
the
get
last one is.
a decent
Ooh.
amount
Yeah,
of
so
damage on
we
every
gotta,
weapon. As long as we
like,
know how to use the weapon, this is one
we're
that
very
we're
close
good
to the
at.
end because we're at an hour
Before
50
I
and
card.
like the estimate's only
I have
215.
set myself up
So
for failure.
Yeah. Think
we
about
got
the
Lance for this one and then Sword and
now.
Shield for the next one. So like how are we talking like how many hunts are left now at this point? Like ballpark.
It was actually just as much story as I could possibly fit in, and
Hold
then
on
they
one
would let
sec.
me.
Totally fine. One more reminder, folks. We're doing Lance.
It can't
for
be
this
that
one.
many.
We need to get the sword and shield a tiny bit higher, like $200 higher. And considering how fantastic and generous y'all have been so far, I am very certain that we can get certain we can get there. So a little more for sword and shield, everyone.
Yeah, Sword and
All
Shield
right,
is super
donations. We have
close.
a couple more
Just
monster
need
guesses.
200 on
Yeah.
Sword. Okay, Sword and Shield has taken over.
$25 from
JK, they just need.
We
They
need
did it.
negative money on Sword and Shield for it to take over.
Say it, yes. Say
All
it,
right.
speak it, put it into the world, just like that. That is incredible. Now you got to keep it there.
Yeah, we got to keep it there.
Yeah,
So we
just
got to
keep it
keep it for a little bit longer, and we'll get there, chat. Okay, $25 from Shuckle. Have to donate to have my favorite main from the very first game, Lance, finish up the run. Okay, we got Sword and Shield there.
So
That's fine.
close.
Always
So
so
I wonder how close the margin was. Like, I wonder how many hunts we had to spare. It can't be that many.
Malzeno is not correct,
Well,
but
I think that's
going
why
with
they
the
retired
Monster
some
World
weapons
Big
after
Card
doing it
correct, but the
twice.
Monster
I
does
think
not
they.
Right, but I'm assuming there weren't enough hunts to be able to do all the weapons twice,
Well,
though.
here's one that doesn't have an L in it.
Yeah.
Cat was
$5 from
locked in the
Bearfighter
back
Mark
or
II.
screaming her head off.
That
Classic cat stuff.
I couldn't figure out where she was.
That's actually
Classic cat stuff.
sleeper.
Getting stuck where no one knows where they are and making it everyone's problem by yowling about it. Do you have a sense of how many quests are left after this?
So you got Guardian Hill. I think there's this one. There's Gormagala. We haven't had Gormagala yet. Then there is
Monster guess is Cyanatar.
regular Arkveld. And then there's Zoshia. So we have like, I think maybe like 4 quests left.
Yeah, so definitely
Actually,
not enough that we had like a heavy margin.
Yeah, let me verify real quickly. Hold on.
This monster would be not out of place in Sekiro. Those feathers.
Yeah,
it
that
looks
yeah.
epic.
This is a cool design. Yeah.
I'm going to talk a little bit about Arkveld here. So this is Guardian Arkveld. This is going to be the different. This is different than the Arkveld that y'all fight at like the end of the game, or at the end of like high rank, because this is a Guardian monster. So he has Guardian mechanics, like getting those.
Yeah, so those aren't just feathers;
he
they're
also has
chains.
Another unique one.
Okay.
Oh boy, got chains on him.
Absorbs elemental energy in his like wing chains here.
Tendrils,
Yeah, tendrils. What do we call them? Yeah, chains, wing chains. We played this game a lot, guys.
Yeah.
We know what's up.
But he absorbs the elements in his wing chains, and then we can deal damage
Why
to
did
the wing
the
chains.
why
if
in
they
universe
topple.
did the Monster Hunter
This is
people
a scripted
create
fight where we were
a
talking
normal
about
lance
these
if the
the
gun
entire
lance was
time, scripted
possible?
fights, where we have these forced HP transitions.
Okay, I can confirm
During every
it's
single
this
one of our
one
health
and then
transitions.
the
Unfortunately, he takes 0
next.
damage. That might be okay.
Oh, so there's just one left.
They didn't have enough gun, I think is the answer, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Angry.
Wow.
Yeah. I think in the original Monster Hunter there was great sword, sword and shield, dual blades, lance.
Yeah, this he is poking the hell out of this guy.
Yeah.
So lance actually has a unique counterattack, unlike any of the other. Oh, he probably eaten. No, he's not. That's one of the a unique counterattack, unlike any other weapon in the game. It basically, I think it you spin your lance and you do a certain attack. And
That's
get
cool.
right in the face.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
lance is a tricky one. I wanted to kind of get into lance here and there, especially with wild, the focus mode.
It seems like it's really heavy. Like he's having to really be like intentional with movement.
Yeah, it's a very heavy, ponderous weapon.
Yeah.
Seems technical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
guess these
it's
are all technical.
well, because
in their own way,
it's like it's like a sword, but it has like seemingly more range, and usually that means there's a trade-off, and it has to be more unwieldy.
Yeah, and the thing with lance and gun lance is they get the best shields in the game. So
Okay.
The
That makes
still need to-
which like that it feels like that has to come with an even bigger trade-off then, because like if you have the
And you-
defensive safety, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, and the big thing with
not the easiest thing to do. I'm gonna try to line one up here.
the big thing about the lance and gun lance is you have to actually really build your
Gets flinched out of it.
you need to equip
I also
skills
now
for
have to be
like
really
guard
careful
and guard
because
up.
Right.
Those are
he
two
is
separate
in
skills.
range like this. His wing fists
Yeah.
deal dragon element. And
Very
if it's little
important.
Wilk towers, just like I can hit those with element damage and they explode.
In order to
The
really
thing is, like,
pop them.
about Monster Hunter is, like, when you say that, like, yes, it's very silly. And, like,
So smart. Is that still
there's a
the
part of me
answer?
that's like, why do they have to do this in this game? But, like, if this were a different game, I would love it. Like,
I have no idea what I'm doing. This is other grab.
if this could be, like, if Mina had this many weapons, I would have loved Mina even more than I already did. I wish I could love Monster Hunter. Unfortunately, my heart doesn't have space for it.
Sit back and
Wow.
just watch
Neither
them
does your
Harsh.
hard drive.
do some call outs, right? Name the attacks. That's like chain slam, this is chain slap.
Well, especially if you have the high resolution textures.
Very, very cool. And I just kind of like name everything
no.
so I know how to anticipate it, right?
Monster Hunter is like
This is incredible.
a big
I have
inspiration
not
for
mentioned- I have not said
the one
anything
podcast
about
topic
the
we
fact that
were
had an incentive
tossing around
to have the runner for
about
Silver
you
Princess
should
Peach, Ali
buy your
Robotnik
friends copies of
cosplay
multiplayer
as
games you
Peach
want
from
to
the
get into.
That you want to inflict on them,
already
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That is
Like,
incredible.
I've committed.
They know.
It's really sort of a self-incrimination for how often I've promised Nintendo that, oh no, this will be the time we actually play Monster Hunter. Knowing full well this is not the time we'll play Monster Hunter because it will never happen. Monster Hunter
You know
is
what?
my friends at the table.
Yeah, it's like- It's a promise I'm gonna stop making to you.
So we're almost done with this
Yeah.
quest. Once
Because
this quest
ultimately,
ends,
like,
we'll
you
get
buy
our
the games, and I'm
last
thinking,
weapon,
well, that
of
feels
the
unfair.
run. We'll
Like,
be
if I'm trying to get you
fighting,
into
we'll be fighting our
this
very
thing that is
final,
ultimately sort of like a
boss.
lifestyle commitment, more or
If I
less.
just lock it in,
That's the
I
thing,
might
is
be
like,
able to do
we
well.
would just need to do it together on like some sort of regular pace. And I think
Which we're
friendship
sort of
can
like
nest-
we're sort of doing that as a group with like Divinity Original Sin 2 right now.
Exactly.
It's a little generous to call that a regular base.
We have been doing it on a regular, like,
If you press the wrong button,
it's
you don't
regular,
go
it's
on.
more regular than like just trying to be like ad hoc, oh, should we do Divinity Original Sin this week? Like, we at least have a dedicated night,
Exactly.
even if it doesn't happen every single week.
We started off wanting to play a co-op game, but instead we decided to make a podcast.
Which isn't it its own co-op game, you know, against the world?
It is, yeah.
Remember how to do
Yeah.
something. So you know how there's like that
PvP,
that, like, really
podcast
helpful, like,
versus
like,
podcast.
I can't see it.
Podcast versus people.
PvE,
Yeah,
podcast
alright.
versus everyone.
Yeah. That's honestly a great name for a
That's
podcast.
optimal.
TK, or TM.
Think again. This is
Don't
an
steal
attack that I
that.
was like trying to get earlier. This is an awesome opening. It's also a punishment where I
Anyway,
get
Arc was really cool
a
because
great
you can
focus
throw
strike in
his
there.
change around and cause
But if you just stand right in front of him,
you know,
he can't hit you with the.
explosions.
Perfect.
The thing about
Easy,
Arc
classic.
is it gets into the lore of the
I love
game.
that about this
I need to
game.
talk to you.
It's all of a sudden.
I could talk to you about Wyvern Milk or
That was
Wilk,
also really
as they
cool.
call in the
That was
game.
a guard counter.
It's-
Guard counter finish.
All according
They
to
milk the dragons.
True.
Okay, Kaku needs
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do with dragons.
Oh,
This is
do
our
they
last
do they
With
have
the
that
milk, they make,
equipment?
They make a
quest
weapon of
of
mass
the
destruction,
entire,
which they're
run of
which
the entire
Java is
game.
about the
This
fight.
is the story version of this quest. It was a really cool cutscene beforehand. I'm gonna take that time. I wanna show it
Weird
to you
animal
'cause it's a
facts.
really cool moment in
A lot
Monster
more
Hunter.
animals have milk than you
I
think they
personally
should.
think.
Oh, I don't think I like
Okay,
that.
so when you say more animals have
This game
milk than
has
you
great
think they
cinematics,
should,
has
are you
great
saying
visuals, you can
that
tell, right, just looking at it, it's
you were
stunning.
surprised with the number
Sword and
of
Shield, right?
mammals that exist in the world,
No.
or
Folks,
the fact that there
There's
are no
definitely
animals
there are
that can
reptiles that have milk.
Yeah,
There are
There
there are definitely like birds that have milk.
Fantastic job, everyone. Audience.
It's like a
Or-
thick, viscous kind of fluid.
Ew.
But yeah.
I don't like that.
I guess milk is also like viscous, but it's better when mammals do it.
So very much.
It's
Not to
better
be
when
not to
mammals
be
do it.
So
specious.
many decorations. It's
Yeah.
like
Not even
many
specious,
more
that's
than
like
you usually get. Dragon
genus.
Quest is cool. Y'all are so incredible. I absolutely love this game.
Guys, can
and
we
I love a
ban
showcase like
Nintendo
this. It just kinda
from
shows
the
you
chat?
everything to do something well, right? And it's a great, phrase
Unfortunately,
for
I
Sword
don't
and
know how
Shield.
to
It
do
does
that in
nothing,
Twitch, so.
Great and does everything.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Not that that's bad.
For a moment, I
That's
was
bad. That's a
thinking
good thing.
when you
I
said
almost skipped this. It's
I was gonna say
mammals,
alright, so
there's too many.
the
I thought you were saying
whole
like
purpose of this
mammals
game,
make too much
the whole
milk.
purpose of this
Anyway,
area
this is the
that
last
the
quest
environment
in
is
the
being controlled
run.
by this part of the land. The dragon heart.
This is
Dragon
Zoshia.
Forge, Dragon
Zoshia is
Forge.
basically made of
I've played this
wyvern
game
milk.
once.
It's basically
And
wyvern milk
the
if you
whole
made
thing about it is
nuclear
it's made
bomb.
of Wilk. We have a pendant
The
that
places
can
the
destroy
story
it,
goes
and it
gets a
saves the
little weird.
ecosystem
Yeah.
here from being like completely destroyed. But
To
not
think
has to
that a
make
little
this is
pendant
not to-
can
He has
stop
to make
it.
a really difficult decision. It's a pendant from his father. It's a
Sword and
whole thing.
Shield.
It means something
Honestly,
to him.
Sword and Shield,
But
like,
also
capping this
destroying the
off with
dragon heart
Zoshia is, like,
destroys
really,
the ecosystem here, but at least it doesn't
I think like a really excellent way to do
destroy
it.
everyone. It just stops
it
like
disrupts the
Sword and Shield
ecosystem.
has-
it
but-
stops like weather.
yeah,
So
the
many fun
inclemencies that were
mechanics
happening.
to it.
Yeah,
and
but
this
then it
game.
also kind of like stops their way of life here. That's part
Sword
of
and
the
Shield is
culture
usually
of this
positioned
game.
as
It's
sort of like
really
they
cool.
start
Play this
weapon,
game.
the
It's
one you would
super,
start off with.
super fun.
And it is very beginner
But
friendly,
this
but
creature that's
it has a
inside the
very
Dragon Torch is an
low,
issue.
like,
We, as a
introductory
hunter of the
floor,
guild,
but an
have zero
incredibly
permission to be doing what we're doing right now.
high skill
So-
ceiling.
Yeah, anytime that we've gone out, we've been
where you
given
can just
permission
do
by Alma saying that
nasty
you have the
stuff
guild's
with it.
permission to be able to hunt X monster.
One
That's
of the
always been
few
thing
weapons
that's
you can
done,
use
and
items
it's the
with
one thing that
while
we're
it's
allowed to
unsheathed.
So
do.
we're gonna
It
just
excels
watch
both
this
in
far.
like knockout and exhaust, as well as like elemental
Also, you guys like my hair
optimization.
in the game.
Shouts to the Pompadour.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fun weapon.
Also, our RPG clown armor. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop talking.
Let's go.
Sorry, I was distracted by they just said it on stream, but the RPG clown armor, like Jawbreaker's character looks so so much different than the other characters in the scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very, very silly. It's
Yeah.
not quite as bad as like in the Dark Souls runs where you're just like naked in a loincloth with a giant club. But
Bonk.
Bonk. That's a large boy.
yeah.
By my own order.
This cutscene is pretty epic, I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a terrible movie with great cutscenes.
And
Yeah.
we will slay it with Sword and Shield thanks to all of your donations. Let's go. Final fight of Monster Hunter Wilds. Storyless 70%. Thanks to y'all.
Wait, is the character's name Gal Bagel? That's really funny.
So, hey, look, he does the same
Wait, it's
thing.
Gal
Yeah.
It's Gal
Wait,
Bagel.
good.
That's really funny.
This
Because
it's the gal.
Yeah.
That's
That's so good.
Big, scary,
great.
spooky thing.
Okay, so this is the final boss, I assume. Does it have like unique gimmicks? Like, does it have statuses that only it gets to apply, or anything like that?
So the Zoshia, it is so the sort of flow of this fight is it begins with so it's covered in like sort of like a hardened like will crystals, then do it like with like certain defense.
So we're fighting a boss that's covered in milk. Okay.
Yeah, covered in milk.
Shout out.
It because of its manipulation of like milk, fiber milk, it can then like generate these spikes. You want to use your slinger ammo. It's called slinger. Your slinger ammo to like trigger explosions with those
Okay.
items, and then eventually there is a. It's not a DPS check. It's a hide behind a rock before the thing explodes, which is critical because you can.
Mechanic that we're going to use for knockdowns was getting that
Actually, no, it's not.
break on the hand. So we got one.
Whoa,
Getting the
it's
second here,
big boy.
is not
heads on fire now? That doesn't seem good.
Yeah, so it's a dark black dragon covered in milk.
Of course, Black Dragon covered in milk. Classic fantasy trope.
Yeah, that's. If I had a nickel for every time.
Milk-eyed Black Dragon.
I'm imagining a Balrog, but like completely covered in milk. You know what the dwarves unleashed.
Oh, that's why Gandalf has the big naturals.
Is that what happened to Withers too?
Is just doing things to stop the monster and not overlapping your damage.
So Zosia does not have big naturals. In fact, it's an artificial creation.
Oh, it has big artificials. Okay.
What a segue!
that was genuinely impressive. We're off here on a completely different planet, and you're like, can we bring it back to the monster?
Expertly done.
They kind of give like a concise description of like what Zosia is to. Hey, so this is like one of the big checks where
big will crystals. We can just shoot them.
A bunch of spikes open, a bunch of like things open up. You have to break them apart in order to like avoid the fire.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, like the fire like intensifies if you don't destroy them. Okay. That's interesting.
So you have to like position yourself behind it.
Oh, and now it's like its arm / wing is out as well as the head. So we're slowly destroying its milk armor.
The milk's gone bad.
It's going sour, yeah.
But basically, the role that Zoshia plays in this particular community is they basically manufactured this monster.
Interesting.
As sort of like an ultimate weapon against like threats.
And if we are positioned correctly, we do not survive.
And yeah, basically its existence is sort of destabilizing the ecosystem. And gotta kill it, or it's gonna destroy the world. Yada yada yada.
Did they just dodge roll through that? That's crazy.
Yep.
Wild.
Sword and shit. Wicked.
Are there any mecha monsters in Monster Hunters? Using artificial made me think of this.
Yeah.
Mecha monsters.
Oh, I'm surprised that didn't. He's aiming for dog.
Yes and no. Well, yeah, actually in Monster Hunter Wilds there's a completely like artificial metal space monster that is actually a direct collaboration with Final Fantasy IV. No, Final Fantasy XIV, excuse me.
Okay, I was gonna say, Final Fantasy IV, I don't remember having anything mecha like that in it. It's a very swords and boards fantasy.
Hardest strat in the game, using the claw slinger. I love this thing, but
pull
oh my goodness.
Pull the lever crunk.
I am not gonna hit this yet. There is another unique topple.
So that didn't go super well.
God, I see that always don't get you there.
Like a really good spot to do it. And I like to save it for final phase.
Yeah, that looked like it was not easy to dodge.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Pull the lever crunk.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Now we just want to make sure we're still dealing damage to
Yeah.
it. This is
So
animation.
what Gel Bagel is abusing right now is the Perfect Rush, which is
This is Mini Nova. I need to
it's a
be
specialized
locked
stack
inside
that Sword and Shield is able to
and
utilize.
We are okay here.
Okay.
That requires specific like timed
Depending on your
inputs in order
positioning, all of
to
that is no-no zone.
like
We don't
increase
go
the
there.
damage.
You don't live. And you can see how big
Sword and Shield is
this
just like a
is,
really,
and he
really
can put his butt up against the wall.
fun,
It's awful.
fluid weapon,
But that's a Mini Nova. That can
while
be
providing
split.
like a
If
lot
I
of
had,
utility in
like,
terms
I
of
don't know,
blocking,
heavy bowgun,
and
like, that would've been
maneuverability,
very skippable. But
and just a general fun
like, one of the
factor.
best ones.
It's like
Second connect? No,
it
all right,
feels very good to
He
play.
could also hit his
Particularly
Wilk crystals, and they explode in fire.
It's honestly,
But we are now
maybe-
just trying to get him to final phase.
I know
And he
I'm
will
gonna
shed
buy
all of
the
his Wilk
expansion.
armor
That's just
and
going
be in a
that's what
complete
happened.
menace,
No
and we'll be
matter
entering,
how much.
There's not a universe in which you
Yeah,
do
no,
not
that's
give
just
Capcom more
guaranteed,
money.
yeah.
that are dependent on
Yeah,
his
just
HP,
like
and
it's
will
hard
kind
to
of give us
accommodate
a
something
heads
like
up
that.
on how close we are to time.
You know, it's
So
either
we'll
I
call
play
out
the
when
new
first
Monster
one
Hunter game
happens,
or
and then
actually
we'll get
try to
ready
write a
time when the
book.
second one happens. We have a really clear identifier
And
for that. Ooh, that was
I don't think
beautiful.
Buck's gonna win out with this one, y'all.
You know what?
But-
There's
Cool stab.
so many much more of your life to write a book.
Uh,
One book
this
per
is
podcast.
the thing.
Per
for
podcast
now.
member, yeah.
Just gonna do a panic
Listen,
dive
if
here, so
Gerald
we can hit by
Stern
that.
didn't get it going
We're
until
doing
like after
another one
50,
here, so
why
we don't
can't
hit by
I?
the,
Yeah,
wind
you know.
pressure off of this. Great.
Why can't I just
So
like,
now-
you know,
okay,
compare
I'm gonna
myself
fight
to a
anyways. So this
prodigious
is-
like
this is his,
generational talent
last
like
move.
that?
This is the first two we were just talking about.
As one does, yeah.
I mean,
He's
there's
summoning lightning to hit
there's
us
plenty of
with these Wilk crystals.
like
But
generational
we could
talents.
do the
You could
exact
compare
same
yourself
thing,
to many of them.
I mean,
That's a good one to
there's
pick.
at least one per generation, so.
Very cool. We can do the same thing.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
shoot them with dragon pods, and they explode with dragon
And
energy. And I'm trying
there
to
is
do
only
that
one
when
Zoshia
he's
that you
close
have to
enough
fight in
it,
this
so we
game,
can save
and
another
it has
12 pop up. I want
multiple
3 of those to pop up.
forms.
Yeah.
This is the last one where it has shed all its Wilk.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not much milk on this guy anymore.
Zoshia has fully exposed themselves to the hunter in stream.
So now we're trying to
Not by
chain
choice, it
together,
seems like. It's
these-
like there's been a lot of damage happening to like get it to
That is really good.
unlock.
Right into another perfect rush.
Oh man,
Unmilked.
I remember
We're doing
when
the same thing
when
here.
Ooh, we're starting to see large
Yeah.
numbers. Okay.
We are
you're
likely
seeing
going
large
to
numbers.
gate this
That's the
thing's
thing,
HP, so it's going to be at 1 health.
what's
giving this final
deceptive
Nova.
about a weapon like
wonder if we can get a pod
Sword and
play.
Shield or the faster weapons is
Get
you
on the
know,
ground.
you don't see big
So
numbers,
that's
but
all
when
three
you
of
do,
those,
you're like, oh
final
wait,
phase
big
topples
numbers and
back
they
to
happen
back
a
with
lot.
SNS, that's
Oh
Yeah.
awesome to be doing.
Here it is.
Yeah, like we're seeing a bunch of
that's time.
hits for 50. Oh. Okay.
Don't know you can skip
That's
that
time.
one.
GG.
I actually did not think
Yeah.
that was possible.
Those
Wow.
monsters have been hunted.
Okay.
They have
Violently.
thoroughly hunted. Well played,
Yeah,
Jaw
Bagel.
Bagel. Okay, now
Much for,
was the frog
for
thing, was that
having us show off this game. This is
What was-
one of my favorite franchises. Is the reason why I
do
started
we know
streaming. This was
what we're
a great way
getting
me to
for all
meet
the weapons?
3 of the best friends that I've ever had up on this stage, and for me to
don't
bring
know.
that joy
Other than
here to
just
all
like,
of you
it's
at
great.
SGDQ,
We did it.
I am so grateful.
I wanna
Thank
know,
you
though.
guys so much.
What do we get?
For the
Was it the
incredible
frog
bid
thing,
war. We
or is
saw
it something
all
else?
14 weapons.
We sure did, and we raised
Wow.
$43,000.
43,000. That's wild.
That's bid war, folks. Oh my God.
Absolutely incredible work. You all demolished that bid war. I'm beyond excited. I'll keep this short and sweet because I don't know, this snuck up on me. Thank you so very much. Everyone who has encouraged me to get up here on this stage, it's been an absolute.
That was a really cool run.
Ride streaming for the past 7 years.
Yeah, very
playing
cool.
Monster Hunter, meeting these people, and just getting to do this, right? So thank you all so very much. Everyone that's watching in my Discord, the Bagel Shop, right now, I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you guys for the donations too, and for all the shout outs. Yami Carol 123 doing the host. Thank you so much. And my wonderful partner too. She couldn't make it, but she donated, and we're really
Hey.
happy to hear from her. And she's been nothing but supportive for me doing this. Thank you to these 3 on the back couch for continuing to push me to do even more with this. Every time I think I'm done, they go, well, what about
one more?
What about like something else? Like
What about
like,
one
this
more?
thing? Like what about
That's
a better
real.
barrier?
That's super real.
I'm like, all right, fine. So thank you all so much. I'm not going to keep you up anymore. Thank you very much again. Just a reminder to keep supporting Doctors Without Borders, to keep donating for all of our awesome.
Okay, I think it
incentives.
might
There's
have
some incredible
been
runs coming up that
the
you get to
the
control
frog
with your
thing. I think that might have been
and
the
just
like
remember,
reward.
joy is the best form of resistance. So just keep living, keep being happy.
Well,
keep showing
regardless, it was
joy.
very cool.
Yeah,
that is
super,
the one
super
way
cool
that we
run.
do what we do. So thank you all so very much.
Is there
Have a
anything
great
we
rest
want to
of your
do in
SGDQ. I'll
closing
be
of our
around,
stream?
And stay tuned for the next
Yeah, let me go ahead and switch over to the fall damage can't hurt you screen. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's anything specific. That was a very cool run. Thanks y'all for joining me. I think I understand that run so much better than I would have otherwise.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Roxel, for answering our questions and generally helping out with introducing us to a game we know nothing about.
Oh yeah, no, glad that I get to do it. I get to share my love of Monster Hunter, and yeah, I get to spend some time with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good run. It was a very good run. I'm glad we decided to do this.
Yeah. All right, well.
Yeah, everyone out there in chat, still, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions and interacting during the run. We'll probably do this again at some point. I don't know. Maybe this GDQ, and maybe next GDQ.
In the future.
There will be more GDQs in the future for sure. But like, I don't know, we might come back and like actually play a game if we can decide on a game that is on a system that we can actually stream from.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
I would play a game.
If we ever play a game that's on PC.
Well, one of us has a computer capable of gaming in the PC environment.
And then the other two hosts do not.
I mean, I theoretically do, as long as it's like if it's something like Slay the Spire, that works.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stream like Elden Ring from this thing.
No.
Cross World. Wait, what is it called? Crossplay is pretty capable.
It's more an issue of I'd have to figure out how to do the recording setup for all of that stuff. I don't know how to use like OBS with like a PS5 or something. Yeah. Either way, that's stuff for us to figure out in the future. We'll be back at some point. I'm not gonna have like a regular stream schedule for us. We have lives, we have jobs, we have taxes. If
oh, taxes. Oh god.
And on that traumatic note, thanks for joining, everyone. This was a lot of fun. Let's do this again.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, y'all.
Remember to save. Got it at the end.
Wait.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Remember
Remember to save.
All right, I'm hitting stop streaming.